Okay, well, not yet. I'm gonna do audio check, but I gotta unmute this. So audio check 1, 2. Okay, that worked well. That is the game. I was gonna say that's not the game, but I tried to do this before. And it wasn't working. So it looks like it's working now. So hi everybody. Let's go say hi in chat. I'm off air. Yep, that looks good. Better mute that. Oh, what have I done? I'm using Stream Manager, so I'm like, back to Stream Manager. And it's muted, so that looks good. Okay, and my mic should be open. Let's go to the game. Or should I talk to you like this for a bit? Oh, first say hi to chat, right? I'm clearing my throat, as usual. Okay, so what is it? It's Monday night, and it's midnight my time, and I'm doing some testing. So I've been trying to get on the air during prime time here in SoCal, and it's not been happening. I think I'm competing with like Rush Hour on my 5G network. So it looks like I may end up being a late night streamer. So hello to any new viewers. Welcome to the channel. And this is just about me and the games I play. So let's go over, and for tonight I got Fishing North Atlanta. Oh my god, the fog cleared. Look at that. I've been just going insane playing this game. Trying to find the fish. It has just been a nightmare, or I may just be in a bad mood. I also wanted to mention I am broadcasting from SoCal tonight, live during the 100-year flooding event. So it started raining like 2 days ago, and I think I got like another day of rain. So if you hear the rain in the background, I'm sitting in the middle of it. And that's the water theme. I thought, maybe tonight, since it's flooding here, that I'd do like a water-related game. So here we go. What have I got here? I have got for you the new DLC. Is it on the Escape here? I got the, I can't even pronounce it. Thurlanta. It's a company. I think it's a real boat company, like in Canada. So this whole thing, if you didn't know, I think we're up in the Atlantic, up in like Nova Scotia. And I'm gonna read the ports and stuff, and I want to get the history, and I'm gonna like look up on Google and stuff where everything's at, because I think like I was over and saw some like real cities and stuff. So here's the first little ship of the DLC. And it's right on the side there. You see where you should first of all see the logo. And I like it. It does everything. It does lobster, which we're coming in with lobster and we're full. And that's kind of why I started the stream, is, this is some good content, I think. Because we're going to make like 250,000 or so. And I got a dog every now and then that wants some attention, so I'm going to go rub his belly. And I'll be right back. Don't knock over the mic stand. So now the dog will take out the whole gaming computer system. It'll be awesome. So we're coming in with lobster. We're looking at like a $250,000 payday. And I got a new boat for you. I got the medium DLC. And we're going to take it out. And we're just going to start all over again. All of my information about its lobster season, where the lobsters are, is just wrong. And I am just having the worst time hunting lobster. I'm doing okay gathering them, but it's completely random. So I put a pot where I think there's lobster and I don't get any, and then I put them where I don't think there's lobsters and I get 1,000 pounds. And I'm like, god damn it, I can't figure it out. So if anybody out there wants to help me, and I'm looking it off, I think everything's okay. Let's go over to OBS real quick. And I was getting green LEDs, so that's the thing. I'm in the middle. No, I'm not. I'm getting red LEDs. We're dropping frames. It's coming and going, so I apologize. So we're testing. That's another good reason for me to get on the air and see what I can do. And I'll watch it afterwards and see how. So we're doing high definition, like 5 megabits a second. I could turn it down, but this is what I want to do, right? And the game is set on like epic graphic levels. And do you guys want to critique like the bow wave and the water simulation? So I like simulations. This is a simulator. Like to me, a boat, that's a commercial fishing simulator. And I guess commercial fishing can be a real bitch, is what I'm learning from the game. Because I hate the game and I love the game and it's just awful. So, we're coming into a harbor to sell lobster, and I want to make sure I'm getting the best price, right? And I'm avoiding like these concrete buoys. Like normally there's a green buoy. That's what I want to say. I got to get this right. Buoys. Green ones are over here. Red ones over here. As I'm coming into the port, I think it's the opposite. I'm like green is port. So when the buoys are set up for coming out. We'll go over all this if you guys want to do like boating simulation. We'll try not to hit anything, but like I'm seeing weird stuff. I'm seeing boat wrecks, and boats sinking, and I'm like, what is going on? So I played this game for years ago. I thought, well, I go all the way back to, I got to go find the name of this game. It's the same game, fishing, but Barrett Sea. Is that it? And I love that one too. We can go back and play that one if you guys want to. Hey, Smiley, awesome. Let me see what you said. Because I'm driving. I know. Thanks for stopping by, Smiley. This is awesome. So, yeah, I just decided to go live because I was hating life. And I was in the fog. It was dark. I'd just been through a bad night, and it just all lifted. So I'm actually feeling better now. Yeah, any questions? So you like my little boat? There's silk on the back. You get to name it. And those are lobster pots. Is that what you call them? And lobster bait. And I got 2 crew members. There's 2 crew hard-working ladies for me. They have levels, like Dungeons and Dragons. Like I got them at like level 93, and she's up to 107. And then here's the skills. And they make a salary. They take a cut. Did you hear we're getting paid here pretty soon? And there's Emma. They're both doing great. I really like my employees. She's been repairing the ship, which is now at 100% hull. Let's see what she said. No way! Cool. So yeah, questions? Let me show you shit. You saw the employees, right? You can hire people, but they're gonna cost you some money. You start easy mode is in a lobster boat. Hard mode is in deep line is coming up, tuna and swordfish. Like I'm at the date matters. They're fishing seasons. Like here I'm in May 11th, and it's lobster season until the end of the month. I've got 20 days left. That's our trip tonight, basically, is up the coast. That's cool. I'm excited. Can I recommend it? If you want to, it will fucking drive you crazy, right? Trying to find the fish. And stay with me tonight. It's like I'm going to go out and try to find the fish. We got radar. You see over here, like I'm map on the bottom, and it's nothing. And it's depth. I'm down to I think I upgraded it to 250 meters, but I'll show you the upgrading your ship. We got to do some upgrades. Yeah, we got to do some upgrades on this is the DLC content, right? So these ships I'm using don't come with the game. These are superior. They do everything. So are you familiar with the game? Did you pick up there's long lining, which would be for redfish and pollock. Then there's deep lining, which is swordfish and tuna. There's netting, which you just go grab everything out in the ocean. And there's seasons. I wanted to show you that, the time of the year, because you guys might have to go to bed like you work, right? So did you hear this is like a middle of the night test and my internet, my wonderful 5G internet isn't working anymore? At rush hour. I think I'm competing with traffic and it sucks. So I might be a middle of the night streamer now. So, I was going to show you, right, where am I going? It's right here. The harbor's right here. I'm going past it is what I'm doing. Here is, you can't see it there. Here's the map. We're going into Yarmouth. And this is where I started the game in my lobster boat. A little longer, cool. So I'll pack as much as I can into it for you. And your questions, yeah, what do you want to know? So I'm on a roll, right? I'm showing you a port. I'm showing you a boat. The boat has a hull for the fish, a capacity here at 22, and I'm full of lobster. What do you think lobster sells for? it's like gold in other games. So cut the throttle back. I'm hitting S. Throttle. See the green place I want to go? Down to a third. Third ahead. Got a spotlight on the front for my headlight. And X kills the engine. Slide in here. Over here, E to dock. And we are docked. We got fish on board. You ready to sell? Yeah, I do World of Warships. Gosh, I think I've got some ships. But that's another game, another story. Happy to play with you, right? It's multiplayer. And you know what happens when I play World of Warships? I get sniped by an experienced 10-year player from like 15 kilometers away. He just picks me off in my little destroyer. You know, and I'm like, God damn it. Got me again. So, fish on board. This should excite you. Don't expect to get this kind of money like when you start. But we're going to collect 200. I spent everything I owned. And I wanted to pick up some change because I want to take this big boat out. So there you go. You get reputation, and my reputation's over here. I'm a handy fisherman. Yeah, you're not that good. It's awesome. But it's a fun game. I know how to play, right? We're on teams, and I support the team very well. Again, another game. Back to this one. This is the breakdown. It's selling for $10 a pound. And I brought in 20,000 pounds, so I got $200,000, and that's nice, huh? Now, I like a big screen. Yeah, you know I'm like a broadcast professional, right? So I like detail, and I need a bigger screen. Oh, dude, did you see the vision goggles from Apple? I've got that total argument. Like, let me point out that I've got a 24-inch screen, but I'm 12 inches away from it. So I deal with like your physical eyes and filling your field of vision like an artist at a theater, right? You know, 30 frames a second gives the illusion of motion. So I came up with they really studied it, and 9x16 kind of fills your field of vision. So by being 12 inches from this smaller monitor is just like being on your couch and 10 feet away from a 60-inch monitor. Does that make sense? So, this idea of putting on goggles and having displays that fill your field of vision on your eyes that are like 1 inch from your iris is like, holy fuck, I'm going to get one of those, right? That's it. That I don't need to get a 60-inch monitor on the wall. Anyway, back to the game. 200,000 is what we got. Then I have a reputation over here. I told you I'm a handy fisherman, so I got a 3% bonus. And pretty much this 3% bonus pays Emma and Sadie their salaries. They get 3,000. I got 200,000, and I can totally pay the employees, right? And then undersized lobsters. Girls, they cost me $2,000 in their sorting. I won't be too mean to them. Yeah, cool. I mean, we can talk about VR. You know, I'm a computer science major, right? And I was doing trying to do 3D glasses in the 80s. But I also tried to do voice recognition, and I found out that my voice changes from morning to night, and it didn't work. So they've gotten better at these things. But the virtual reality for me, how are you ever going to get your senses of smell and gravity? And pulling G's and all that stuff is so complicated. I'm just not rushing out there to buy a head. Because, again, my screen fills my field of vision, and I get a real good sense of immersion the way I'm going. So, we got paid. And this little boat has been wonderful. We'll go out and take one last look at it. It didn't come this color. I like gold. And any questions about this boat? Do you see the lighting? I really like the lighting in that. See, you can't see the green from the left and the right, the blocking, and from behind, you can't even see the direction, so I'm trying to study all that. Wait till you see the next boat. We'll look at its lighting. But this is a refrigerator. I should get out and walk around, right? I haven't done that for you yet. See, I'm in the seat, and sometimes you get to go up there, and that's where the Barrett C1 has a really nice little boat that you go down. There's a cabin. We're so far north, they use heaters in the boats. This is the baby boat. This isn't the mid-level. The next one is bigger. So this is the starter one. It only cost $130,000, and it does everything. So we talked about the deep lines for the tuna and the swordfish, the long lines for the redfish and the pollock, the lobster pots, and the nets. So 4 different types of fishing, 4 different modes you configure the boat for. Rigging. Well, I was giving you a tour of the boat. passenger seat, binoculars. We got all that shit. This is where we dump. These are lobster pots. I guess I should start with them. You bait the lobster pots. You put them here. You launch them into the deep sea, and then you let them sit. They have to bake for like 20 hours. Fill with lobsters. And you haul them out with this, and we sort them, and we stow them. So any questions about that? It's a nice little boat. Here's a refrigerator. That's lobster bait. I'm not filling it again because I don't know that I'll ever use this boat again. Because watch this. Let's dock. So docking is hitting that. Fish on board. Really? I didn't sell them yet. But duh. Let's sell them. 350,000. That's nice, huh? Okay. Here we go. This is port. I told you, let's read the Yarmouth was founded in 1700s when the earliest English settlers arrived from Massachusetts. The historic seaport town is based on southwest shores of Nova Scotia, along with the legendary Bay of Fundy. Long known as the gateway to Nova Scotia because of its proximity to the United States, the town is located in the heart of the world's largest lobster infestation, and therefore the most lucrative lobster fishery in Canada. Copy that? I told you I wanted to find out, so I pretty much got a pretty good idea. I could pull out Google Maps, and we'll leave the rest of it. But there you go. That's where we're at. And I can confirm this has been a very nice lobster area. But there are, so here's the map. No. Go to general here. Can you hear the rain? It's pouring rain outside. I tell you, I'm broadcasting live during the SoCal flood event. So here's Yarmouth, and there's only one port up here to the north. And this is where we're going. We're going up to Digby Lighthouse. No, we're going to Digby. And if we wanted to go out to this island, there is Ingalls Head. That's another port. My plan was to go out here and just go up the coast, and we're looking for lobster. It's like, where the fuck are they? And the season's almost over, so it's more of just a pretty trip for you. But I expect over here, like I have fished before, and this is a very lucrative. It's kind of like Alaska, but no, we're in Nova Scotia, so it's not. It's like completely different. But that's where we're headed. I could go. I've been over here. Here's where I've been frustrated, just going friggin' nuts. And I haven't even tried over here. This is deep water, and then you come up over here, and I have successfully. Here's other ports are Dennis Point, Lockport, and they all have different boats. So in the boats they have shipyards, and different ships are available at different ports. And we can fast travel between the ports. So that's why when you start, you have to drive to these ports the first time to unlock them. The fish, yes. Copy that. When I disappear like that, I'm reading chat, and I'm gonna try to communicate better. I've listened to my off-air tapes, and I'm kind of disjointed and scatterbrained and going from one thing to the other. So we were doing the maps. I'm taking up here. Any questions about the map? So out of the map. I guess it's over here. Return. And now I'm kind of showing you the port, but I'm gonna change ships. So here you can get weather. And last time I checked weather, it's beautiful May weather, sunny days. I'm kind of waiting until the fall, like it's when snow crab season and stuff is. Like I'm wondering if the weather's really we're gonna have, winter, North Atlantic weather, or fall, like the hurricane season. Hurricanes can go up that coast, and I'm wondering if like a hurricane could be simulated. That would be cool, right? So. Weather forecast, we can fast forward in time. You saw the map, so I'm closing this out. And at Fish Market, this is where you buy nets. We have fishing knives and things that buff. I bought a steel fish thing, to give me a 4% bigger fish, right? So what is that? Pay to play, or you can get, take money and increase your efficiencies. Then fish prices, we'll get into that later. Maybe that's just at this port. There are other places we can go to look at all the fishes at all the ports. That's why you want to unlock them too, is get the best fish prices. And first I'll catch the lobster and then figure out where to sell it. Gear, here's where you buy your pots and you bait stuff. We got to buy pots. I'm going to buy... So this ship has 20, and the hull holds 20,000. And I'm teasing you with the fish, like the ship all the time. But here's where you buy your crew. Here's where you go to the bar and get tips. So I'm going to the bar, and are there tips? Where the lobsters are 3 days ago, I'll buy it. I thought I knew where the lobsters were, but, whatever. You can take out bank loans. You can rescue a ship at docking. Here's where you do maintenance. I'm going to go ahead and fuel him, because that was 1,000 and I got 300, so nothing to fuel him and make sure the hull is undamaged and is it ready to be stored away, and I think it is. Here's the upgrades. Right, and this one's pretty much fully upgraded. And the shipyard. What you can buy here. Here's what I own. This is the one we're in, and this is the beginning lobster ship, and then this is the one that we're going to take out. And then available, just so I can... This is the cute one from the Barrett Sea, and I just had so much fun in this ship, because you can go down in this cabin and sit, and there's a little heater in there, and it's like freezing outside, and it was really cool. And some reason it doesn't transfer to this game as well. The logistics of the fish in the two games are really different. But so that's why I decided to stream this one. I think is a little better for a general viewer, but I always would recommend, if you liked this, go back. And then Old Ben is your first scallop ship. I do have the scallop upgrade. Yep. That's another ship very much like it. Now, these backstabbers, these are the tuna fish and the swordfish boats. And there's some nice stuff. I can talk about those when we get there. But see, lots of ships. The Moby Dick, I unlocked all the ships pretty much. And it goes all the way up to trawlers. Like, this is a bottom trawler. Don't you love the view? Isn't that so cool? Like a bottom trawler, so you drag the net on the bottom. You can go way out. I should pull the map up. And then they've got snow crab. That's just like, what is that, Alaska or dangerous catch or something, deadly catch. But yeah, I've never really taken these out. It's just, you gotta really be into it. I mean, we could. We'll see if anybody likes this. Okay, so without further ado, let's transfer ships. And you can help me pick the color. Right, everything looked good and sounds good still on that end. Let's activate. And ta-da, here it is. I guess I made it yellow. Let's go out and look at it. Yeah, I don't have any gear. I got to buy pot. So we're going out for lobster, right? It's the end of lobster season. So there it is. Isn't it big, first of all? And speed is still untested. It says 15 knots. And the little guy came in fully loaded at 15. So we'll see. Wow, it's pouring rain again. Do you want to get out and look around? In here. So here's the helm. They're all very nice. I can explain everything. Like, that's to talk to the crew. I'll let you learn everything as I use it. And then you can get up. I think it was an F. And this door behind me works, I think. Oh, here it is. I was using it earlier. So this is where the crew will pull the lobster pots. Oh, it's not configured for lobster. This is long line fishing. So this boat can do all four as well. It can do nets, it can do long line, it can go deep line, and lobster. So we are not configured properly, but I can still show you the boat. They won't let me go up here. I really wanted to. I'm going to show you out here. I wanted to get to this front. A lot of times you can do that and stand on the bow and, do the King of the World on the Titanic thing. But they won't. Oh, and look at the lighting again. I was going to show you all this. Look at the work lights and the mast. Those are anchoring lights, basically, so that if we're sitting anchored at night, we're highly visible to the large shipping lane traffic. Okay, any questions about that boat? Oh, so we're going to go in and change some stuff. We're not configured properly. So, E to dock. And so you can only configure the ships at the docks. Does that make sense? So I'm going to go straight to maintenance. It should be fully fueled. And no hull damage. I've took it out for a test drive, but I didn't really use it. Now, upgrades. This thing is just massive. It'll hold 100. So on the other ship, we had 20 lobster pots. And this one will hold 150. And I don't want to do 150. That's just, like, if I start laying them, the sun it'll be like a whole day will pass, and they'll be ready to pick up before I even finish laying. Does that make sense? It's like, so I'm going to start with like 50. Made sense to me. And it'll also hold in storage. So it started with storage like 30. And then the first upgrade of the 16 here brought it to like 50,000. And then I could take it up to 65,000. And it tops out at about 80,000. Is that 90,000? And again, I don't want 90,000. So the ratio before I had on the other boat was like 20 lobster pots, and it held 20,000, and that kind of worked for me. It took like 2 or 3 nights out there to fill it up. I had to drop them down a couple of times, and so that's kind of what I want to do in this boat. So I'm setting it up to be like the first upgrade to 50,000. It's going to save me $100,000, right? For now, so I'm just going to do the $16,000 first. So now I have about 50,000, and then other things. I already got the best engine. It's owned and installed, so I paid for that. I've got the best radar that finds hidden boats and things in the nooks and crannies of the map. They appear on your radar. So the further range, this one goes out 1 nautical mile, will make it easier to find hidden things. Autopilot, of course, gotta have it. It's like, how much? Not even that much, but I got it. Fishing quota, I don't worry about. Sonar's how deep you go, and I got the upgrade to like 250, and then you can go to 500. This is depth, 500 deep, 1,000 deep, way deep. I'm looking for lobster at like 100 meters, so that's why I only upgraded it to here. Oh, they are, yeah. So I'm going for 50,000, and now, okay, that's the sonar. Buoys. I got the best buoys I can. Buoys? Buoys. I got the best buoys upgraded. They have lights, beacons, and flags. Hard to find the pots at night in the fog, so make it as easy as possible. Gutting. Yes, I am automated machine gutting, but we're not going to get the lobsters, so that's rip. Searchlight. Yes, I upgraded it to like this one. This one does a kilometer out, and that's fine for me when looking for the buoys. Best buoys. Yes, best buoys. Gutting, searchlight, thrusters. Yes, please. I'll take one. I think it's installed. Yes, I own a bow thruster, right? We'll go out and I'll show you. When you're lining up on the buoys, the bow thruster really helps you go left and right, like if you're missing the buoy. And stacking. I can have 2 employees stacking or 1. I just went with 1. So there you go. That's it. Purchase, and it should be done. And we should be on our way, because you guys probably have to go to bed, and let's get this show on the road. So I did the upgrades, did the shipyard, rigging. I need to rig for lobster. Rig for lobster. Done. I already purchased it, but like to rig for netting, it's going to cost me $10,000, and to rig for deep line when the tuna come, which is at the first of the month, right, in like 2 weeks. So when lobster ends, I'm not going to go boo-hoo, because it's tuna season. And then like a month or 2 after that comes swordfish, and it's just like gold, right? So you really want to look at the map and see the seasons. I'll show you that. So I think we're rigged. So back, what else do I need? Did you see the rigging change? I won't leave the dock. I'll just say, see where we've got. I can't even zoom in on it. You'll just have to trust me. Fishing market, fish gear, buy pots. I'm going to buy the best pots, and I need 50, so this is going to cost... See, I can do 150 for 150,000. I'm going to do 50. That's going to save me. Can I do it like... right there. And done. I now have 50 pots on board, and we want bait for those pots. I'll show you some trick. Here's a pro tip coming up. I'll get some bait. And I can buy 20. Fuck. I was dealing with 5 before, so we got 20 blocks of bait. I was gonna like show you a trick to save a block or 2, and it's like, we'll see how much we use. We can come back and get more, but I don't think I need more. Right? So I'm full of bait, full of pots. Anything else you guys want? You got candy and sodas for like, we're gonna go spend a couple of days out on the water now. So, right, we're leaving the port. Fully configured, right? We want to look around. There's a stack of 50 lobster pots, right? Again, see why I don't want to do 150? It's like, oh, fuck. Don't even get me started, right? The snow crab season is like, it's a lot of work. Can you hear it in my voice? I'm just like exasperated. So there's we're going to be working with launching the pots. Here's the stored pots. The bait. We wanted to cut some bait. I'll go cut it, right? I can cut bait. The employees can cut bait. So I'm going inside. I can get out of my chair, and I'm going to walk over to the freezer and open up, and that's what bait looks like. I can pick it up, I think, by hitting E. So I've got a block of bait, and we take it over to the chopper, the bait chopper. It may do like several blocks. Put it in there, and action. All right, excellent. Now you may wonder, how full is that? I go to my employees. Like I can V, I go to this menu, and this is employees, and it looks like it can totally take another block. Okay, and I'll just show you this. Because it... Ooh, kill the engine. I don't want to leave yet. I wanted to go back and dock. And I'm going to do it real quick and show you, go in here, fishing gear, buy bait, and I think I can buy like 2 more. I thought I used... Oh, I only chopped up 1. So there you go. We're out of here. I bought 1 extra. Exit the dock. And basically, I just hit full throttle. I'm not sure if there's a shortcut to full throttle. Hear the engines. Now she's fully modified for horsepower. She's max, so she's going to drift. You see the smoke from the stack. And I just know this is the way out of the harbor. I'll show you some tips. Like, we're coming out. Remember I talked about the red... Have you ever gone boating? Like, I grew up boating. My dad had like a 18-foot deep V we took to Lake Powell. Yeah, that's right, Lake Powell, I think. And it would do 30 knots. And since I was like 14 and 15 and 16 years old, I just loved driving the boat. And we'd go 50 miles up the lake and camp for days, a week, and drive back. Just water skiing behind the boat for 50 miles. So I love boats. So green is starboard, right? We want to know our right, starboard. And port is red and is left. And you can't remember port is 4 letters and left is 4 letters, and like starboard is bigger. So coming out of the port, they make sense that I've got green lights on the boat and red lights. And the green, I'm kind of heading for the green buoy, right? Because it's my job to stay on the right side of the channel, the starboard side of the channel. Not on my broadcasting channel, but like the water channel, the shipping channel. Do you see the red buoys like over here? And over here, I just know this port. I've been here this entire gameplay session, and it's been like a week of play now, and it's like, I'm now leaving this port in disgust. I tried to make it work. I've never really worked Yarmouth before, and I just did not enjoy it. I'm going back to where I enjoyed it. It's nice to drop a lobster pot, right, and have it fill, And I always get like half pots here, just forever, and it just went on, and just unpredictable. I drop a pot where I thought there was lobsters, and I'd get none, and I'd drop a pot where I didn't think there was lobsters, and it'd come back full. So that's what I just can't figure out. So you viewers, if there's anybody out there who knows how to play, can help me find the lobster. So we're going out. So see, I've got my radar. There's no lobster here. Any questions? So if you guys, you're thinking about playing this game, it's not multiplayer, I don't think. But any questions I can ask you before you purchase? Can I recommend it? I think I can. It's in my key, but I keep coming back, and I don't know the algorithms of the lobsters, And so apparently commercial fishing can be a bitch, and they've built that into the game and actually made it hard. So if you're not finding fish, they're like, haha, well, that's the way it really is. Get a clue. And I'm upset that I can't find fish easy. But I keep coming back, right? Why? Because of the beauty of it all. Like, just see, what time is it? It is May 11th at 2 in the afternoon. Right, and isn't this a perfect introduction to everybody? If you haven't seen the game, on a beautiful day, right, almost noon, everything looks great. And there's sunrises and sunsets, and they can look great. But I just spent a few days in the fog. And I saw lighthouses when I was 10 kilometers out through the fog, and it was pretty awesome. I'm like, damn, look, even the lighthouses work in the fog, right? That's what they're there for. So if you didn't know, yeah, there's lighthouses, and we can fast travel to the lighthouses too, I think, but I'm not going to, because I think it's better content. I mean, it could be boring you, but if you're thinking about this game, really the gameplay, if you don't enjoy traveling like this, then I wouldn't recommend it to just fast travel around and not catch lobster. Kind of sucked. So I'm heading, if you didn't know, there's a center channel buoy out here, and I don't think it has a color. Would probably be a good time to introduce the cockpit and the binoculars, and I'm looking for the buoy. Buoy. The words are not coming out of my mouth. I know I've like called them these things all my whole life. I want to kind of own a sailboat, and I'd like to like sail on the ocean. I think it's buoy, like the Coast Guard maintains buoys. And they're all over. And have you seen a Coast Guard buoy? They're like 15 feet high. They can be huge. Whee! So there's the buoy. And then we're just heading straight out to the lighthouses here on the corner. And I know it's kind of slow. I mean, do you guys think I should fast travel? Or I've got it at full throttle. kind of disappointed in the speed. This is because I was gonna like spend a lot of the next amount of my gameplay in this boat because it can do everything, right? When tuna and swordfish season comes, right? I can do it in this boat. I don't have to buy one of the swordfish boats, but I could. They're like $1 million, I think. That's the thing about this boat. Every time I come back full with this boat, it's going to be like $500,000, I think. Well, I like the little one at $20,000 was $200,000. If I come back with like, what do I have now? 49. I should come back with get paid 490. If that makes sense. So I'm kind of planning. That's why I might just stay in this boat. And tuna and swordfish, I think, are going to pay as good. Who knows? This game was supposed to be finished, but it kind of, like, the fact that, these are the DLC. That's what I can tell you is, if you're going to get the game, I'd probably get the DLC, because these are some of my favorite boats. They can do, that's what the vanilla game boats can't do, is you have to get a long line, and so a lot of the boats are just long line boats. And then if you want the deep line boats for the swordfish, that's $1 million boat, or they've got some $500,000 ones, but you want the $1 million one. And it'll pay for itself, like in 2 or 3 trips. And then lobster, there's specialized lobster boats. These boats can do it all. And they really are kind of the best of, like, all the lobster. Like, I just checked the vanilla lobster boat, and it does 120. And this one does 150. So it's just better at everything. And it was $7. Like, it wasn't expensive. And have I told you my theory with, like, DLC? Like, it's like back when we had CDs and albums. Back when there was vinyl. And there were bands that I liked. I bought the CDs on purpose because I wanted to support the band. Because I knew, like, in economics, that why would a band make music if they couldn't be profitable? Like, everybody was stealing, right, off the internet at the time. So I tried to support the bands I liked. And the same thing with, like, software developers. I tried to support the games. Because why would they make more content? Right, and it was like $7. So I bought it. And I'm not too disappointed. Like, I wish this was faster. I thought it was like minimum speed would be 15 knots. Oh, we're doing 20. Maybe it's a bigger boat, so it feels slower. 20's not bad. I shouldn't complain. But it's not going to do 20 coming back full. Does that make sense? Okay, we're looking for lobster. Actually trying, hoping. And I haven't been looking because I figured as much. It was barren down there. So, okay, clues we're looking for in our binoculars here as we look around are birds. Birds are supposed to have a relationship with cats, but they haven't in my entire... I go to where the birds are and there's no fish. And where the fish are, there's no birds. So I'm like, what the heck has that gone wrong? What's happening? It's not working for me at all. And that's why I wanted to go live on Twitch and show everybody how it's going for me. God, do you see those work lights? I kind of can't wait till night to turn on. You see there's 2 huge floodlights forward. That's for me, the driver. And then this one is like a work light for the crew back here. And I just can't wait to turn them on. Here's all the anchor light configuration. Remember, this is just basically for our safety. So if we were to stop, which there's a lot of times we're out here anchored, we're really visible. We've got a lot of these wide anchor lights on saying, don't hit us. But they'll hit us anyway, right? So, any other highlights? See the radio, just the detail again, the antennas, the masts, and that's why I told you I wanted to get up here, but they won't let me, because I guess the crew is up there. We do have a crew. There's not much for them to do here. I guess I should show them to you. Here's our crew button. So, this boat, we have cooks, and I didn't bias with the ladies. I just like the ladies better as employees. Her cooking is 9, and Sadie's cooking is 10. So let's let her, they can hold, like, if you put them in the rest mode, they go to their cabins and sleep, and they build up stamina. If you give them food, they'll have a period of increased stamina regen. So I let them cook while we're out traveling, and they can hold 4 meals, and then she can go back, and they'll be available later when we do all these things. What are these multiple? Oh, we can do multiple strings of lobster pots. You guys tell me. I've never done that before. The other boat was one at a time. It's like, holy shit. So bait and set pot, place employee here. Haul the pot, place the employee here. Sort the crabs, port them here. But why is this a second employee bait set? Why are there 2 bait and sets? I don't understand. We'll find out. Stay tuned. So, any questions about that? carry on. So my plan is we're coming out of the port here is to just go up the coast here and show you what they have out here. Is a simulation of the ocean up there, right? This is like Nova Scotia, and you come around the point, and we're basically mostly in. I'm looking for the lobster in 100 feet, but there's some deep water out here. You should know about, like but you have to travel way out here to get to deep water. These are where the trawlers, right? There was the bottom trawler, which you drag the nets on the bottom, and then there's the pelagic trawlers that do the mid waters between the bottom and the top, like the middle trawlers. And come with a huge amount, they're multi-million-dollar ships that do multi-million-dollar hauls. And I haven't done any of them, but if it would make good content, I got something. I wanted to show you this game because I just thought it was pretty. Then you see the deep waters way out here. And there are points you can unlock out here, like this bank, and you can fast travel out here later once you've been out here once or twice. And this is probably this is the deepest water out here. So I'm not going to do that. We're just going up the coast. I'm going to go out to this contour line. Are you guys familiar with like topographical maps? And just kind of, I know about the 100-foot level. I somewhere in my brain, I remember in the past the lobsters were in the 80 to 100-foot range. But I'm not finding them now. They can get up in the shallows, and accumulate on the shores. I just don't know anymore. So I'm heading out to this contour. But I've been out there, and the lobsters aren't out there. So I could come in and do this contour. Which maybe I will, because see where the boats are, right? That's another clue. Where are the other boats? Where are the other commercial fishermen? So we'll head that way. So it's just, I'm already at this contour, so I want to go pick this up, and we'll see how deep it is. I'm not familiar with that contour. We're at 64 meters. That's pretty deep. So 100 meters is 300 feet. The lobster's really at 300 feet? I was thinking 100 feet. I don't know. Again, I haven't figured out. I can't tell, so I kind of just decided to go on Twitch and ask for help. See if anybody knows how to find the fish in the game. You can help me. Otherwise, we'll do it together, right? We'll just figure it out. And I thought this would be good content, right? To just share the journey. I thought some good stuff was going to come up. So you see the rain. It's the weather change. I'm going to zoom out. See the pretty clouds. What time is it again? I'm going to keep pointing out that we are in May, so this is lovely, like summer-like weather, right? A nice calm. It's not a hurricane season, right? We've got a 13-knot wind coming from the southeast. I believe the arrow points. And if I'm going, it should literally be a tailwind. And so I should be doing 20 knots, and I'm not. So I'm so disappointed. I just can't figure it out. But I think I got a tail. But you see the rain is kind of angling at the right direction, coming down. But we got the rain coming down. We're empty and at max throttle. Okay, I should show you the autopilot, right? I said everybody needs an autopilot. So map, pick a waypoint, you pick a flag. This is place flag, delete flag, refresh flag. I don't know. Let's try and find out. This makes sense to kind of head over here. We'll kind of go by all these little inlets here. So I put a flag there. Autopilot's down here. You turn it on, and then you can't control speed from out there. You have to do it in here, and I just say max. So it's on. So just exit the map, and it's now under autopilot. So we'll just let her go. So that's what I can kind of share with you is pick a boat that you can go to sea in and be comfortable for a couple of days and not lose your fucking mind. Because this is home for a while, right? This is your life also depends on this boat. If it sinks, you're like dead because these waters are cold up here, right? So the boat can literally drive itself at this point. I'm in the chair. You relieve yourself as you don't have to like sit here and steer the whole fucking time. You can get up. Now, you can't go in the cabin up here because employees come and go in there, and they won't let me in there. These are automatic doors. There's our bait. I left the door open. I don't think that matters. Oh, but we could do another bait block. Can I put it here? And then it's full. Because we're going to drop. That's one thing I have to do is I have to watch the radar. We're going to drop pots at some point. 50 of them. I have to be committed enough and think enough about there's lobster being here. Now, how would I know? Like from here, what can I do to find out the sonar? And I'll just hit V. That's view. And suddenly, I can see the bottom is completely empty. Ha ha. I'm just going to laugh the whole time going, look, I am so lucky. So how do you find the fish? I don't know. I'm just out here looking for them. When you fast travel, what you give up is you don't get this sonar for the entire length of the trip. So I'm actually deliberately driving it, right? I'm going to have to drive it to discover where the fish are, because I'm completely fucking clueless now. I have no idea on the map where the fish are. I was going to talk about the map and how big it is. So you see, so what they have out here, here's some lobster from like 11 days ago. See how I could go up here and fish? Oh, 3 days ago. They're right here. I've done this before. Like, if we don't find them, I'm not going to do the stream, but I'll go over here if we don't find them where I'm taking you tonight. And then that's a month ago. That's useless. What they have out here, where is it? Are habitats. I wanted to talk about habitats. So there's a whole ecosystem. Like, see how many fish there are? There's cod, there's haddock, there's mackerel, pollock, redfish, silver hockeys, there's the swordfish, the tuna, lobsters, snow crab, and sea scallops. And you got, that's a DLC, the scallop ships. And I've got them, and it's awesome. It's a I think it's like 27 million for the top lobster scallop ship. But it just, I quit playing. You just make so much money, I was just done with it. So I'm here to do it again. So the habitats. How would you know about the habitat? I forget even. Like, does the wiki talk about them at all? The wiki's pretty good. I was going to tell you about the fishing seasons. So here's how I talked to you. I started the game in April, and we were in lobster season, and we're right here in May. So it's lobster, pollock, redfish, mackerel. You can throw the nets out and get mackerel now, and scallops. Scallops are always in season if you've got the DLC. The same thing with the pollock and the redfish. They're always in season. It's the lobster's going to go out of season, and the tuna's going to come in season. And then the silver hockey, I don't really do that much because the swordfish is up here, but it's only 3 months, but that's just gold right there. Then lobster season kicks in again. And snow crab. I've never done the snow crab. The snow crab was done when I started. So I'll probably try to set up for a snow crab, but that you're going to have to get a snow crab boat for that. So I was looking for habitats. I don't know that they talk about them at all here, general. But we can get habitat status somewhere. It's in the logbook. There they are, habitats. So there's basically 6 of them, but the scallops are in 6 habitats. But everything else is in 1 and 2. And I guess the high means there's a lot of them. Like 7, most of it is, God, I should recognize these cod. So I've got to find out when cod is in season. I think I make a lot of money on cod. Lobster season. So see how Habitat 1 is impacted. That's kind of where I've been fishing lobsters, I think. 2 might be the habitat on the other side over by, can I call them east and west? So high would be east, and this medium is where we'd be going over here to Habitat 1 is what I'm looking for. So does that make sense? I'll go back to the map. And that's what's out here, are habitats. So I think I'm looking, habitat's going to be like this big. It's going to be a whole area. So when you rush into it, you're going to encounter redfish and pollock and stuff. And then lobsters are there too. Why? Because it's a good habitat. It's got to have food. The temperatures are right. So the whole thing kind of migrates around together. Does that make sense? Any questions? So I think I had a habitat down here, and it's toward the end of lobster season. I think it's moving up here. And then I thought the other one might be over here. This might, don't see how you pick up a crab, and I could mark crab like there, and I can get rid of it. So I think there's another habitat over here. Does that make sense? 1 and 2. And then the scallops are all over the place. There's like 6 of them. So scallops would be other DLC. You might want to, I would recommend the scallops DLC, right? It's a whole set of gameplay itself, very profitable. You're going to make lots of money. So back up the coast. Okay. And I don't even know how many viewers, so I'm going to check. I think I learned a trick. Oh my God, Smiley, I can see the people in chat now. And you're still there. It looks, anyway, I'm kind of in like a mod mode. See if there's anybody else I know. I don't know, Suzuki? Anybody, if you guys want to talk up in chat, I am here. Live, you guys, trying to create some content. So, close that. Okay. So back to work. I'm seeing nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm so frustrated. So we've autopiloted our way this far. Back to the map. So I can drag it out. I'm thinking something like this. We're just going to follow the contour. I've caught crab out here. But right, I came here to look at this contour. So how deep is it? It's like 50 meters. So that's 150 feet. Well, that's about where I thought the lobster might be. So maybe we'll follow this a ways. But nothing. See, absolutely nothing. And you can zoom this in and out. I think 1,000 would this represent, like, that's the width of this would be the last 1,000 meters. I think it's the stern of the ship went over. So when you drop your pots, they come right off the stern. So when there's stuff on the bottom, like right here, it's right off the stern of the ship. Like, what is that? There's another ship over there? I'll show you the binoculars so you want to know where the other ships are and go in here, and I literally watch them go by, right? So you can pretend, like, do the role-playing thing, like in here, and be the captain. See how hard it would be to be the captain? I'll try to do it for you. Like, here's the sonar. There's nothing there. I've learned, look how good I am. I can, like, change the modes. There should be a mode button. There it is. And there's my map. And then if I want to zoom all the way out, or zoom all the way in, and then, like, power. So I'm hitting E is what I'm doing to zoom all the way out. So there you go. So you drive it in here, and I'm on autopilot, so it's all set, and I don't see any ships, so I guess I'll go back here. All right, I can watch my sonar in here, try and keep an eye on everything. Want to do some of this, like, role play. Okay, so what are all the buttons here? I'll give you, like, a little tour. Like, the phone is how much storage. Like, I'm calling down to the crew to see how full we are. That's, I think, the thing. Then here's my speedometer, and this is my searchlight, and we do that at night. I upgraded it for 1 kilometer, if you remember. Then here's all the lighting switches. You can literally turn them all on and off. You want me to go through them and say there's working lights, search lights, interior lights, navigation lights. Always have the navigation lights on. Horn is like train simulator. You gotta... That's the same one as the baby one. Is that appropriate? I liked it for the baby ship, but I thought more of this ship. I wanted more. Here's a clock. This is where we time travel. Like, if I want to anchor, did you know I can stop this and we can fast forward 24 hours ahead or anything in between? This screwed me up for a bit. Like, you have to, I didn't know how to do shorter than that. So you can dial it in to just let an hour go by, or skip weeks, whole weeks. I'm not going to do anything now because I thought, again, I'm trying to do this content of showing you how to find the fish. And even though it might be boring, it's going to show the game, right? If you didn't enjoy this part of the gameplay, then it's not a game for you. So you've got to, like, trip out on, like, look at the bow wave, dude, and the coast. Like, so I can, like, look at the coast with my binoculars. And you know how I like the detail, like, in these simulations? So I was talking about all the buttons. Horn. Well, I don't know what that... Oh, anchor. It's not highlighting, so that's interesting. And that's a buoy. Is that like a set? I can set the pots from in here, I guess. That's my bow thruster. We haven't even used that yet. And to call the crew, you just hit E here, and this is how you do crew management. I don't know what I'm going to set up here. I guess I'm going to set up rows of 5, so I only have to do 10 drops. That makes me feel better. Remember how much I was bitching about, I don't want to do 50 pots. Probably be easier if you can, drop a whole string at once. But there's a relationship. I can tell you about the detail. Like, if you leave a single pot in an area that's far away from other pots, it will get more. Like, as the pots get closer, like within 1 kilometer of each other, I imagine. First of all, you can't set them. You have to set them a certain distance apart. And even when they're that close, they interfere with each other. Like, they're overlapping their catch areas, and so it's more efficient to space them out further, but that takes longer to do. So just so many choices, and still see absolutely nothing under me on this contour. And that's the 50-meter contour, like 150 feet. Which, about divers? I did some scuba diving, and that's about as far down. I've only been down 130 feet. That's about as deep as we can go. So I know the ocean that well, and that's deep enough for the sunlight to go away and be in the dark. And what I know about fishing in the ocean was, I saw squid. It was in La Jolla, California, in the cove there. If there's a canyon, and if you didn't know, squid is like candy. See, this is how I can feel the boringness of the travel of looking for the lobster. Is diving at La Jolla shores, right north of La Jolla Cove. And there's a canyon out there, and so we park in the parking lot and put on our diving gear right there and walk out off the beach and go through the surf to dive in the canyon down to 100 feet or so year round. So I've been in summer and winter, and there's a time of year, I think it's in the winter, when squid are... So these are little squids, like 6 inches to maybe a foot long, and they stay deeper in the canyon. But for mating in the winter, they come up into the canyon and they're within the 100-foot range. We could reach them. And they kind of started like around 50 or 60 feet down. And we took cameras down and took photos and stuff with flashes and stuff because it was dark. But everything like squid, if you didn't know, it's just like candy for the fish. And so there were sea lions in the ocean. This is the Pacific. Bigger than me, males, with teeth like a dog. They're very dog-like, flying dogs underwater. And they do 10, 15 knots. Is that not exaggerating? I mean, they fly by you under. We were kind of standing still. That's the thing about scuba diving. You don't want to get all excited underwater and suck up your air. You're kind of like sipping on your air. And at 100 feet, this is interesting. Let me know if this is interesting. You like this at all? But like so sitting here at sea level, it's 1 atmosphere of pressure. At 30 feet down, it's 2 atmospheres. And every 30 feet you go, so 60 is 3, 90 is 4, and 120 feet down, the air is 5 times denser than it is at the surface. So every breath you take from your regulator and your denser air has 5 times as much oxygen. So you need 20% of the air you need on the surface when you're that deep. So you're sipping on your air, you're staying very calm. There's also another thing called nitrogen narcosis, which means you get high at 100 feet, which is not a good place to get high. But I think that may have been what happened because it was in the winter. We're with the squid. We started with them about 60 feet, and we got down to 100, and it was dark, and they bioluminescent. They turned every fucking color, and they were purple, they were blue, they were red, they were changing colors in front of me, and there were hundreds of thousands of them. It's a squid ball. They're mating. It's just fucking incredible. Like, I took some photos, and a squid stopped in front of me, and swear, this is where the nitrogen narcosis thing comes in. I stared a squid in the eye to eye, and made contact with this creature at 100 feet down. And it was just like, holy fuck, he's looking at me, I'm looking at him. And it was just awesome. So back to the sea lions literally noshing on the squid ball as they fly through the water. They're leaving parts. There's debris. The squids are coming apart, and they float up to the surface. And so there's all kinds of bird activity up on the surface where they're eating the squid parts and the bait and stuff. So anyway, is that enough description of La Jolla Cove in the winter during the squid run? So there's bird sign. We'd swim out to where the birds are and drop down, and that's where we knew where the squid was. And I did it several weeks in a row. You know, we went and we saw them, and we saw them again, and it just changes all the time. The squid move around. Anyway, enough of that. I believe we've reached our destination with not a thing on the sonar, right? That's where I'm so disappointed. So I missed the contour. I guess I'll show you how to reach an endpoint, and autopilot will stop. So that's kind of what I'm looking for out here. We're looking for bird sign. So it stopped, so I'm just going to fire her up, and we got to go around this point. Don't really need autopilot. I just did it for that contour. It's full throttle is what I'm doing. So back to the map, and oh, look at that. There's 2 things I haven't got here. I guess I can get them for you. I guess it's something I told myself I'd come back and get later. That's interesting. I thought I got those. Oh, well. Duh. We'll show you what they are. So see how my sonar has picked these up like within a kilometer. And I've got to go around that, right? Remember, I expect to maybe see some lobster, maybe down here if we're lucky. But generally in this area, maybe all the way up into the mouth here, I've seen them. We could go about here, but I'm going to where I've caught them in the past. But apparently that's no guarantee. Who knows where we are in the season or what's going on. So I'm full speed, heading around the point, and nothing. So remember, we were talked about habitat, and I'm looking for I should find, sometimes you do find the lobsters just by themselves. But if you find the habitat, there should be some lobsters with, a big mass of fish. I don't know. Let's see if there's any viewers that want to help me out. And again, so no birds. What else am I looking for? There are porpoises out here and dolphins. There's sharks. There's, I don't know what they mean. I guess they're good when you have, are they dolphins or porpoises? They sound like flipper. But anyway, that's what I saw. I decided to get on the air and say, you know what, if this is the game, there's a lot of this. Puttering around. in the ocean. And yeah, plan to spend days out here, so make yourself comfortable on your ship. And so see why I've chosen this one. I'm pretty comfortable. I'm looking forward to night. We haven't even done our first night, right? It is 4:30 in the afternoon. So we've time. We can go day and night, I think. I don't have to stop. I've got to kind of figure this out. I guess I'll go the outside one first and come back and get it. It's just we got two things to pick up here, and they're on opposite sides. So I either got to come up this side and go to this side, or come around this side and go in there. And I think I'll do this because it exposes me more to the ocean. I guess I'm looking for waves. So this is good calm weather. Like, what is the wind? 13 knots. There's a lot of buoys all around here. There's shallow water around this point, and there's lots of fish normally around this point. So again, like, what the fuck? My experience is like, I'm so unlucky. I've just completely lost track of the fish. And I guess I could go to the bars and pick up all the tips, but that's time, fast travel, and days would go by. So I just wanted to make some Twitch content. I thought I'd come out here and just enjoy a boat ride up the coast with you. And that would be about enough time for me to talk about the game. And I wanted to get this in my YouTube. Remember, I export everything to YouTube. So I wanted to get this documented, at least as a game I kind of like. I used to like. I will like again, probably. Once I figure it out. I've got to, like, watch some videos, I guess. But I did a lot of searches, and they're just not... I couldn't find any content on the new DLC boats. I don't know what I was doing wrong. I probably didn't search by its name. So since we got to do these question marks, I got to get closer to the coast. Now, see, here's our first fish. And what are they? They're mackerels. It is mackerel season, but mackerel doesn't pay well. And to show you how I know is we go to the map, we can do finances, and we can do fish prices. And I can pick mackerel, all of them, like basically turn everybody off. Like, see, fish, here's all the prices here. They're like per pound. So cod, $3. That's pretty good. That's why I want cod. Redfish is $2. Like, everything else is below. Like, snow crab looks good. Lobsters, like 2/3 of snow crab. Scallops is like half of snow crab. Tuna, there you go. There's the gold right there. $20 a pound. And what else? There was swordfish, 13. So the tuna, which is the next, is even better than the swordfish. I think these are Yarmouth prices. All right, so I was trying to do the mackerel. Like here, see, mackerel's only $1 at Yarmouth. But if I go to another port like Digby, the mackerels, all the prices change, see? And you can do Lundberg. And so from this position, you can get all the prices for all the fish at all the docks. Good to know? Oh my God, there's lobsters. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just nothing. I'm gonna watch. I'm so disappointed. I'll drop a pot and they'll all disappear. And it looks like we're getting some habitat, right? The other fish, pollock and redfish, are what are in season. I think that's a $2 fish. Did we see what is the pollock paying? Again, I'm showing. So we are now fishermen fishing. Fish prices. The pollock is $1.80 a pound. So see, the redfish pays better than the pollock. So you want the redfish first, then the pollock, and the mackerel least. And then it's just what's down there. There might be some cod. Cod pays pretty well, right? It was $3 a pound. So we're looking forward to cod season. When is cod season? To find it would be in the wiki? In the general? No, it's in the fish type. It's fish season. So cod season starts December 1st. So I don't know what that means. It doesn't mean I can't fish them or they just don't appear. I've noticed, like, when lobster season ends, the lobsters disappear. Okay, so see, I remember I said I'm not going to drop anything. They'll just disappear on me. I'm going to go around. I got to pick these up, and I'm going to continue our journey up the coast. We saw a lobster. Oh, joy. But not enough for 50 pots, and I'm going to be dropping them at 5 a string, so I do 10 5-pot drops. Or more, whatever. What do you want to see? That's what I had in mind. Right, I don't want to drop 50 pots one at a time. That's when I was talking about it. That would take as long. Now, picking them up, I wonder, can I pick them up 5 at a time? I've never done this. Look at the lobsters. Golly gee, lots of... See, when I don't want the lobsters, when I say there's no lobsters, look, I fucking run into the habitat. There it is. Well, at least I found it. So you know what we can do? We can mark it. Let's go to the map. And since it's lobster season, I'll just say lobster, right? He's here somewhere. And when did it start? Like right around the back of the boat here. So there. That's like kind of means lobsters for me, but it also means habitat. I'll remember. Look at all the fish, right? So this is where, what if you dropped a net here? You just grab it all. Try to grab it all. And then you get nothing. It's like, argh. Right? This game is a love-hate thing. And that's what, I guess, my best games, it is always that. So again, I think I'm just going to keep going up the coast. I wonder, where did all the lobster go, and did they go here? Like, we could go out and go down here, but it would just all take time. So since I'm doing this on Twitch, I'm going to go ahead and take you up the coast. We're going to keep the land, see the pretty land. It's like we're going up California, and kind of Oregon and Alaska is what I'm thinking, but we know we're simulating Nova Scotia. And I've never been up there. But it looks great. I love all. What I wondered is the property rights, like who owns this land now, right? Nova Scotia is part of Canada. Like, you see all these farms on the coast, and I just thought how awesome that would be, and who would own that land, and it must have been like granted before America was even here, you know, like in the 1700s, like when they first came here, and who would, you know, they're probably heirs, and it was passed down, or how, you know, could you buy land up here? It'd be so awesome. Okay, watch the habitat and notice it looks like it's in our rearview mirror. So, bye-bye. I didn't trust it. I didn't trust dropping my pots there. I just have had the worst time down here. I'm leaving. I'm going somewhere else. I guess I could do some fast travel in this. You guys liking this stuff? How long have we been on? And how's the OBS doing? OBS is green. I've dropped 2,600 frames. That was probably at the beginning, and we've been on for about an hour now, so that's not bad. Maybe I'll shoot for 2 hours. That's a nice little video, isn't it? So yeah, I'm going to be a middle-of-the-night streamer, like here in the U.S. West Coast, so if there's anybody out there in Australia, or China, or Japan, or the Philippines, or Vietnam, or India, or any of them, kind of like to hear where you guys are at, because that's going to be part of our group, is like, how's everybody doing across the Pacific, right? If I end up doing this at night, it's going to be the Pacific Rim. Oh, duh. I'm like checking what could possibly be here at this question mark. I don't really remember. It looks like a lighthouse. And why would I want it? Because if we want to fast travel, this is how you unlock a lighthouse to fast travel to. We're just going full speed to it, and look at barren, completely barren under us. Whee! I predicted it. At least I've learned to laugh, so that's the important thing, is how to cope. How are you going to cope? So what I was hoping, one of my coping strategies is to play with more experienced players, and they teach you how to play the game. And so since I didn't know where the fish were, I was hoping an experienced player could show me some of the clues that I'm missing. But I did want to show the game some love, and I did want to get it in my collection of videos. As this is 2024, I'm playing it in. I believe we're February. We're in the Great California Flood Event. If you haven't heard, there's been rain in the background with me here, like so loud. I thought it was like it was interfering with my gameplay here. I didn't know if the mic was picking it up, but it was pretty awesome. Again, I wanted to capture that. So there's a little boat there. What is that? That's the, well, it'll tell us. It looks like a longliner. The fix, I swear I unlocked this, but maybe it was another game, another place, another time before I got the DLC. And then the boat disappears. You can see it, and it appears, and now you can purchase it in the port. And the fix is a good one. It's a small, kind of intermediate. It's not a beginning ship. It's the next step up, longliner, a decent hull. You make money with it, but it's lobster season, and so like I did a little bit of redfish and. Now I can't remember the name. They're out here somewhere. Pollock. But they don't pay as well. So just so you know, I get like $220,000 for a full hull on the small ship, and I was getting like $50,000 to $70,000 with a full hull of redfish and pollock. So it wasn't paying as well. So I thought, since it's lobster season, let's get on the lobster. And then when it's tuna season, I'll get on the tuna, right? And then I'll just do redfish and pollock when I'm bored. So we picked up one question mark. What do you think's around the other side? I think I know. It's another lighthouse, like literally. It's another fast. Oh, what we found at the lighthouse, that's not a fast travel point. I think the next one will be, but you know what, I might go past it. Because we would have to go in there and come back out, and I just realized, you know what, for you, I don't have to do that. I'm going to go out to deeper water, first of all. We've been doing the 50-meter contour. I'm going to go out to the next one, which I think is 150 meters. And we'll travel that contour, so I'm looking at like lobster depth the whole way. And yeah, I'm doing 11 knots. The winds are coming, look at that, out of the southeast. And I'm going northeast. Okay, so I was thinking it should have been a tailwind, but it's at my back, so I don't get why I'm doing 12 knots other than it's rough weather. I noticed in the little boat, if you can get up on a plane, it'll do like 30 knots with a tailwind. And I was hoping maybe this would do the same. I really was looking forward to running around at 20 and 30 knots in this boat, and it just isn't happening. I'm like, boo-hoo. And there's another big DLC ship. I think it had the one thing it has that this one doesn't is not going to be like freezers, and more massive hull and more pots and just ridiculous. But that's kind of this whole session with this game has been the 3 new ships. I've got all my favorite ships already in the game, and I thought, I think these are going to be my favorites. So that's a change. I kind of get stuck where every time I play the game, then I pick these ships. So I may just try other ships for the fun of it, because you end up getting really rich. You make millions, like with the scallop boats. And I have those. See, I could do a lot of content with this game if I could find the fish. It's like, oh my god. So you guys let me know if you like this at all. It's a chill stream, right? It's a middle of the night chill stream to just hang out and chat. Now, can I see who's in chat? I don't know. You know what I can do is I'll just go to my Twitch channel on my laptop here. And I can see that way. I was using Stream Manager and I can't tell. It says there's 2 viewers, so I'm only 2 would be, yeah, the Stream Manager. Ooh, 3 viewers. Cool. Well, let me know if you guys have any questions. I am just full of information. I'll just kind of leave you a shot like there, like we're going looking for lobster, and look, they're not there. So, oh my god, it's the shark. I gotta find the shark for you. So dead in the water. Like, where'd he go? He's out here. He looks like he's off my stern. So I'm gonna zoom out. Let's go find him. Where is he? So I'm gonna back up. Just back up. I'm looking in the water here for a shark. And he's huge. He's like as big as the boat. That's what we're looking for. Back her up. Oh my god, there's habitat. Are you fucking kidding me? No, there is not. We were just through here. That just blows my mind. How can we go through? All right, I'm backing up. Anybody see a shark? We need a prize for the viewer that sees the shark first. He's in the water. He'll be pretty easy to see. And again, they toy with us. He's here somewhere. There he is. I see him. Do you see him? I'm going to back up, and then we'll go forward. So slow her down. Forward. I don't know what a shark means. I don't know if it's like good luck like dolphins, so I've stopped the engine. He's kind of right in front of the truck here. Is he? They're always alone, I guess. And there's no fish, like, right? So is he an indicator of fish? I don't know. There you go. But I've done my job as showing you the content. Let's do half speed. We got a bow throw. If I hit him, I don't think I can hit him. Will he follow us? He didn't react at all, right? No reaction from the shark. But there you go. Oh, let's get out of this heat. Run out there. Run, 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 run. We're tourists. There he is. Look at that. Do I have binoculars? It's right there. But oh, there he is. See his fin? Cool. Anyway, I'm enjoying this. Can you tell? And that's what I thought, like, when I do these videos, you guys are going to be able to tell if I'm enjoying myself or not. And so I thought, I struggle with depression a lot. So it's like I don't want to get on the air when I'm down. But I'm also trying to treat it like a job, like I've got to get on here and make the content. So if I seem excited, that's what I thought is I'm enjoying I do enjoy the game. when I'm not fishing. Okay, full speed. There you go. There's a shark. You see him in the water sometimes first, and then you see him on the map. And then, like I just saw the porpoises first around the boat jumping, and I heard them doing the flipper sound, and then they showed up on the map. And again, I don't know what it means. There's nothing in the water. So, cool. But there you go. So if you're on Twitch and you see that I'm doing North Atlantic, I'm pretty comfortable with this is what I'm doing. This is the game. It's like, wee. So yeah, I like the boat. You gotta like the boat. And again, I'm going around the detail. The lights. Oh, they've got the same thing. You can't see the navigation lights from behind. But from the front, you get the red and the green. And see how you can't even see the red from this side. But the anchor light, these are safety. These are all like, see us, avoid us, notice us. And do I have a radar reflector? I don't have a radar reflector. This one, the little ship, had a really nice radar reflector at the top, which isn't nice, so you're out here and the big ships don't hit you. Okay, there's a lighthouse. We got fish sign. We're going to call that habitat sign. Okay, you can see all the way to the land, like off this port through the deep section, these islands. That's what you're looking at right there. Oh my God, you can see the lighthouse from here? Check that out. I'll do that again just so you can see. That's why I'm just amazed. The lighthouses really work. Like in the fog and stuff, you're out here, you need to know where you're going. You can see, so that's the role play again. You can like be down in here looking for the lighthouses. I think we're passing one like right here. And what, they have a rotation of like 35 seconds or so. So, there you go. This is the second DLC ship. Its debut on my channel. That's why I got on here. Is I didn't see a whole lot of videos on the new DLC, so I thought, hey, I should put that in like the title or the tags or the search or something. But I'm kind of toying around. I'm still doing testing. Like, I'm not trying to get a whole lot of new viewers. Because then my connection just isn't reliable. But I am getting on enough that I want to do the testing. We should be doing high definition tonight. And you see that we're simulating rain. And what time of day is it? It is 6:30. So we're going to go into the night here. That's kind of what maybe I'll do, is the day we started in the morning. And you saw a day in the game, and then I'll do the night. And that'll probably get us up the coast to the next port. And if nothing happens by then, we'll call that'll be the end of the stream. And I'll feel pretty good because this video is just an introduction to fishing North Atlantic. And I'll go ahead and repeat that there's the first, I think this is the second game in the series. The first game was Fishing Barrett Sea. And I should look at the name real quick. I'm going to alt tab out of this. And I'm over at the OBS one window I work in. And it is Barents. Fishing Barents Sea. Basically, it's up by Norway. And it's just a whole nice set of gameplay in a different location. And even the fish logistics are completely different. Look at all the pollock. Okay, so maybe I'll drop a pollock sign here. Like, if you want pollock, this'll do. Oh, behind the boat. Like right here is where the sonar is, I think. This is just a fast travel point here. This is a fast travel point. I should pick this one up. But I'm going up the coast. We'll just remember it's there. I don't have to do that on the air. Because we're on the fish. I kind of told you I remember a habitat being up here. And you notice we've just gone to shit on the visibility. So I guess I get angry at it, but I guess it's a pretty good simulator. Look at all the pollock. Jesus. That's a lot. But they don't pay as well as the lobster, so I wanted to come out. I was going to do the lobster fishing. Yeah, we're not rigged for pollock. Till the end of the season. Because you saw the price difference. It's like the pollock pays less than $2 and the lobster's $10. So when you come in, the load's worth 5 times as much, right? You can go for $50,000 or $250,000 or $100,000 or $500,000. But it's probably easier to fill the hole with fish. Well, you know, I'll end the stream tonight, but you guys let me know. And I guess how would you let me know? I export all my stuff over to my YouTube channel, which I think I left a link for it in the About Twitch channel. And you could put things in the comments there of things you'd like to see if you want to see more of this game. I mean, because I can do this. Right, I think my streaming is a job. I'm trying to create content for you guys. And somebody's going to be out there thinking about buying this game, right? And wondering what North... But there are other videos out there, too, that are probably better than mine. We'll see. Let me know. Right, out here working for you. I'm not making a lot of money at this. Not making any money at this. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Checking my time. We're like hour 20. So a lot of times the time just flies by, but this is feeling pretty good. I don't want to bore you guys, but you know, everything, if you were a new player and you haven't seen this before, this would all be good, I think. You know, we could fast travel and miss all of this, but you wouldn't get the display in the sonar. Like one redfish and all of that. So see how this kind of symbolizes is we're going over the fish and the sonar says there's 2 fish, and then they progressively get behind, and this is like the last 1,000 meters behind the boat is what this represents. And you can shorten that. That's what I was going to show you earlier. I was working in like 500 before with the lobster, because when I was like this, they're really bunched up. But I'll go ahead and do that, and then maybe I'll zoom in a little. But you can go all the way into 250, 100. You know, literally, is that what I have to do now? Is like drop the lobster pot right on top of the lobster? I've been flying by in the little boat at like, 20 knots and just dropping them on the fly. Probably totally missing. Okay, there's this thing here I'm going to ignore. And we're continuing up. We're a little deep now at 100 meters, so I'm heading back over more toward the contour here. You can see the land. Those are windmills up in the mountains. Wind turbines. Those are in the game. Just kind of tripping out, looking at all the stuff. I've always wondered how to find out what the swell is. Like, this is not what I would call glassy conditions, but when you look at the weather, you don't get a swell. 0% precipitation. That's hilarious. Every day is like sunny. Oh my god. And it's 7:30 at night. 13 knots from the south, supposedly. That, I believe, is the cloud cover. And 5.2 nautical miles of visibility, so kind of a foggy haze out there. So yeah, no swell. I guess there's supposed to be some relationship with the swell and the wind, but I'm just not getting it. I try to see which direction the waves are coming from. Are they like this way? But I guess, do you see the bow wave? That is pretty good, I think. I like the bow wave. And the splashing and rear and back seem to be pretty good. And I should be watching the radar. Sonar. Is that a pollock there? And there's a mackerel and there's a redfish. And so that's kind of what's out there these days around here. Looking ahead, at the horizon, it's going to be out here. So, just so you know what I'm thinking is I'm going to go ahead and kind of go up this contour to here. And that's pretty much what I've done in the past. I've come out this port and like right in here is pretty good. Was pretty good. So I expect we'll start seeing it here, but I'm kind of aiming maybe I'll start laying pots like right through here and come back around to myself. I don't know. I just don't know. But I should make some coffee. Well, now there's the windmills. And I might fast travel up there, but then you wouldn't see the rain and the night. and the sonar. That's sunset, so the sun's going down. We're going into the night, so navigation light should be on. I've been dying to try those work lights. I use the spotlight to try to see buoys. Looks pretty good to me. And the interior is the cabin. I leave that out. It's easier for me to see out here with the lights off. I like it dark in the cabin. So here you could role play. You know, you're sitting in here while it's raining, trying not to hit anything. So that's kind of why I like the game. It works pretty well. Back to the sonar. Oh, I was gonna do the work lights. It should be like, boom, let there be light. And I'll kind of maybe leave them on like that for the video. You guys let me know if you like the lights on or turn them off. We're hoping to lay some lobster pots pretty soon, right? Sooner rather than later. So what do I got on? I've got everything is on except the interior lights. I'm going to go with that. And we're going into the night. And that's what I was talking about, being comfortable on your boat. Plan on spending a lot of time out here. And that's what will happen. You get bored, you get tired of this. At least I do, and I'd have to take a break. But then like an hour later, I'm watching commercial fishing YouTube videos and I'm suddenly drawn back to, I want more of this. So kind of that's why I got on the air tonight. I was going to show you that this is the gameplay that you have to enjoy. And I think I do. I like the look at how the boat handling is going there. Looks pretty good. I like it. Alright, I know those lights. There's rocks in the water up here you can hit to keep it simple. But it's nice that they've got them all lit up and flashy. And when we go to the port, we want to go past that green one right there. So we're in the neighborhood I want to be in. I have laid traps up this canyon before. And of course, there's nothing there. Oh, this is hilarious. You know, sometimes I've caught them down to this point, so I could come down this way and go up here. Or I'm cutting through here. I guess I'm trying to get there. So here comes the habitat. Just kind of repeating myself. I guess I'm coming through here to get to this circle here, and that's why I'm not going out and up. So I might start putting some markers like, you know, what is here. I didn't see any lobster, but I see redfish out here. So maybe I'll do that. And I'll say, you know what, the redfish started right here. Then later I can come back here, but then later I'll come back here and the redfish won't be here. You know, they move. It's just so annoying. I guess what's happening to me is I'm going and dropping the pots and 18 hours go by and I come back and they've moved. And I guess, of course, they've moved in 24 hours. But it's driving me nuts. Okay, there's a lobster. And there's another lobster. All right. Should I start dropping them? I'm tempted to, but I'm not. Because I want more. So we're going to set up. Let's get the crew out. She's been cooking. Oops. What can she do? She can bait and set. No, she can rest. I just need somebody to bait and set. Oh, that's what it is. Bait and set multiple pots over here. This would be like single pots, I think. Let's try it. That theory. Like if she's over here. No, I don't want that. Do the 5. Because I think bait 1 will put it on the rack here. Bait and set 5 will lay them out on the back of the deck here. Oh my god, look at all the fish. Okay, we marked it. So in the middle of this bay, just remember the fish. Like I've dropped nets here. And just grab it all. But we got lobster pots. And there's no lobster. Look at that, that's hilarious. Found the habitat. Lush and dense. Where are the lobsters? They're probably out here. Is where I found them. We might end up going up and down here. I gotta decide where am I gonna drop 50 pots. It's like, holy shit. How am I gonna do this? Like 5 one way and then 5 back is what I'd like to do. Okay, look at that. We got 5 lobsters stacked. She looks like she's still working on it. And now she's at a 10, so she is good to go. We are good to go. We're gonna be setting these. How's the bait? I wanted to check how much bait do we have? All right, we got lots of bait. Okay, there are the lobsters. What do you think? bombs away yet? Not yet. Just remember, there were lobsters here. Oh, look at all the fish. That's good fish sign, right? What do we got in there? There's pollock, redfish. So, again, I'm trying to make a video about this game, and I think it's going well, right? You saw I had nothing, and I thought there was a habitat up here, and it looks like it's still here. There's the lobster right there. Bombs away. Hit lobster. I saw these two. It's like, hopefully they still work, but there go 5. And she should start on another 5, and we got to do this 10 times. That's how much lobster I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to turn, follow this contour up, and I think we'll go, like, about here's when the lobster used to run out. She's not ready. Like, we're not ready. We're full speed. I told you about getting distance. Look at all the lobster. Getting the distance between the pots. Okay, she's not ready. She's not ready. It takes a long time, huh? A lot of lobsters. I want to get them in the water, but we will see. Come on. Sadie, I think it is. Go. Launch away. Give me another one. So see, they go, then the buoy goes. I got the best buoys, right? The lights, the flags. We're going into the night, chasing the lobster up the contour line. More. Come on, Sadie. Get her done. Drop some pots. Let's do this. It's like we got a viewer. If you want to say hi, I'm doing this live. Oh my God, look at all the lobsters. Come on, girl. We're dropping 5 pots at a time. Look at the habitat. Look at all the fish line. Oh my God. Could it be going any better for me? These are good times. Is she done? Now look, the lobsters are drying up, but I'm watching more lobsters off the stern. What do you think? Yeah, there's 2 of them. Bombs away. Let her rip. Was that 2 buoys? That's pretty cool. Go to it, girl. Continuing up the contour line here. 2, I expect the lobsters almost to run out about here. Then we'll just turn around and come back. And then we'll turn around and come back. We'll zigzag all through here. Look at them all on the bottom. Awesome. Totally awesome. Let's fill this boat. Can we do it? See, I should show the boat. I'm getting all excited about the lobster. There we are. This is the middle boat in the DLC. Oh, the lobsters are drying up. I hate this. I'm going to run out. But I told you I expected it. So we might hold your set. I'm looking at, there's 1. But is 1 enough for 5 pots? I want more. All right, it's our first time up here. There's a second one. I'm going to say this is worth a drop. We're going to try it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is the first time I've ever done this many pots. Go, girl. Let's do it again. Oh my God, there's a lot of lobster right there. That is just like, oh. So this is awesome. But it could be that thing. That could be the last lobster we see, and it just goes blank, and it's like, rip. But no, there's more lobster. And we're looking at the fish sign. How many fish are down there? The habitat, right? I told you I expect it to loop around. We'll go, and that's saying I may come back, and that's why I'm going to zigzag. I expect it to go close to the shore, like, 50. Okay, do we drop here? Why not? I've got more pots than I know what to do with. That's 5. And then turn her back and do another 5? I think I like that idea. So since I dropped so many pots, and I told you the pots interact with each other, I might try to go a little further. Like in the past, I've kind of noticed the habitat thins out. The fish have gone all the way to the end of the map. Like literally, you reach a point. Yeah, where I dropped the 5 there, it's like literally the end of the map. That's why we're kind of turning around. Yeah, so I've got lobsters. All the way. Oh, God, I told you, we're doing 20 knots in this big boat. What the fuck? More lobsters. What am I going to do? Am I going to drop here? I'm turning into it. There's lobsters behind us there. I think I'm going to go till the tail is about flush with that balloon. Do we want to call it that? Look at the lobsters. They're still under me. And I think by coming back, I'm going to have the range by dropping this many pots. We still might get those, so I'm turning into it and coming back. Right about there's a lobster right there, right? So how about right now? Bombs away. 1 buoy down, 5 pots, and another buoy. I wonder how they're going to come up. This is going to be so wild. How's she doing? She has stamina, right? So it's not taking too much stamina. Oh, and I'm running out of bait. Get the bait girl. Oh, you. Bait girl. Chop some bait. That's why it's nice to have 2 employees. Close that. Okay, we're coming back. And there's no lobster. So chilling, right? Because it doesn't matter whether we catch fish or not. We're just a chill stream in the middle of the night. Oh, lobster. I see lobster. But fish sign. It should pick up. So strategic. Where do I want to drop the pots? I got 4 left. Will I score? Or will I have more disappointment? Let's make it all worthwhile. Look at the lobsters. How about now? Would you do it? I'm not saying not yet, because there's fish signs a little low. 2 lobsters, maybe not. Now? One more. Give me 1 more and I'll drop. No. There it is. Drop here. And hopefully, I'm assuming I can kind of pick up all of these guys. I'm in their range. You know, we've got pots all over the place. It should go well. I'll try to show you the sunset with the boat. Oh my God, look at the lobsters. I just wanted to show you the game, right? I told you I liked the game. I wanted to get it in my YouTube collection, and there you did. I told you the day-night cycle, the visibility, it just changing all the time. Another beautiful game. Give it some love, and by getting it on video and storing, it's here forever. This is 2024. February, during the Great SoCal Flooding Rain Event. Thought I'd go live. Look at all the lobster. So drop now, right? Boom. Right, because I saw this. And we're at 1,000 feet, right? So I told you they show they're real dense. You know, if we were to go to 500 feet, that's what they look more spaced out. So I guess it's easier to see where to drop the clusters here. And see, I'm kind of coming back through here, and I should have like a line of 5 and a line of 5. It's going pretty well, huh? For me, anyway. We have 2 more strings to drop. Then we sit for 18 hours. Look at all the redfish. I should mark them right. I should say map. Redfish right off the stern here. So the redfish, I'll put them between the buoys. Redfish here. Then pollock. Lots of pollock. So yeah, you could net it here and try to grab it all. Get some mackerel in there too. I do it all for you. Looking at the floor, I'm not feeling it yet. Like not yet. More. There's a nice cluster there. I'd like to see some more. Kind of like the fish. Is that more? I'm gonna do it because we want to wrap it up. And kind of turning down because we came through here, right? Oh, look at them all. That's nice. That's what I was hoping, right? I told you I've been through lobster hell. And look at them all. It's nice. Very nice. And can I do it? I'm going to drop it as soon as I can because of this cluster here. There's more lobster. That's always a good sign. She's not ready yet. Might I have a pot left behind? No, she literally fixes them. They stack and she's done. Now she's got to attach the buoys. Isn't it neat, the detail? All right. There's lobster. Drop the pot. All right. Perfect. That is a good run. Now we're still full speed. The girls are done. They can go rest. Like rest. She chopped bait and rest. There's nothing else. We could have them repair the boat, but the boat doesn't need it. We're completely empty. We're going to pick up these pots and end the stream, I think. Right? We're an hour 40 in. That should be perfect. Maybe I'll take you into the port. It's got a nice lighthouse. It would have to be like the next day. We'll see how much we get. I don't know. This is my first time. I'm so excited. You hear the birds? I like totally given up on bird sign. I told you I went to where the birds were and there's nothing there. And then where I was sitting on the lobster, there were no birds. So, what do you know? But look at all the fish. So this is a nice habitat. An early, right? You start the game and you start fishing these habitats and you fish them down. And you saw, their condition. I'll just see if I can find that again in the map. Is it the wiki had the habitat? No, it was the financial stuff. One of these, the logbook, here's the habitat. They show you how you're doing with the cod. And the redfish is high in the first habitat, in both. So that's good, right? Money scallops are high. Nice. Snow crabs, and we're looking at the fish. You know, we'll see maybe the tuna and the swordfish pick up a little bit. But there you go. Remember your habitats. Oops. Oh, look at the sky again. Look at the simulation. Over the years, they just keep getting better and better for me with all the games. And have I shared that with you guys? You know, that I've noticed between the developers, is that what we want to call them? When somebody comes up with something new, they all copy each other, like within a year or so. So all these things with the trees and the maps and the sunrises and sunsets. What is it now, like Unreal Engine 5 or something that's all built in? But this has probably been out before Unreal 5. I think they have their own engine. Try not to talk about things I don't know about. I'm lining up on the first buoy, if you didn't know what I was doing, at night. We've got the searchlight on. So I'm looking for it. It has flags. It's flashy. And then we're going to park there for like 18 hours. I'm going to show you what it's like finding a buoy in the night. Because I think in 18 hours, the sun might be back up. It just got dark. So I'm looking out here for any sign. It's flashing. It's orange. It's got flags on it. See how? Oh, there it is. I think I see it. I've got the spotlight on. And see how the spotlight really lights it up. Okay, slow down. Because we got to pick it up off the side. So I'm going to whip out here. My approach is all wrong. I'm going to do like half. Oh, I got a bow thruster. Want to use that for the first time? So I'm kind of, the buoy is right here. And I know it needs to come up on the winch over here, so I'm not lined up right. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to use the bow thruster. Just take the bow thruster and what? Go left? Right? What are my keys for the bow thruster? I've got to stop and figure that out. So we'll go here. Go to the options. Here's controls. And I need the bow thrusters in here somewhere. Zoom out. Is it like Q and E? That makes sense? Anybody see the bow thruster? I didn't see it. Up and down, miscellaneous. Scanner. First person. Spotlight. Camera. If you didn't know, it's good for you to see all this stuff. Mouse wheel? I was looking to like invert the mouse. That's something I did. Interesting. I forgot how to use the bow thruster. I think, do I grab it down here? No, is it Q and E? Okay, I'll go ahead and use my normal stuff. And it should be in front of me here. There it is, I think. And then this is where I slow it down. And kind of park it here for the night. So I'm killing the engine. And still that bow thruster's bugging me. I'll be right back. I'm going to pet my dog for a second. Make sure you had some food and water and didn't have to go to the bathroom or anything. God, look at all the lobster under me. Okay. So we're sitting here. I'm going to forget about the thruster for now. Well, maybe it'd be a good time to... I'll try and see it again. It'd be a good time, you know, when we're picking up all these pots. So again, controls. Starboard thruster and port thruster, C and Z. Perfect. So, if you don't know how long your pots have been soaking, click on the little hook here. And the first pot I dropped an hour ago. And I know like the optimal time for lobsters like 20 hours. So I'll go ahead and fast forward 18 hours. And I'll go to the cockpit here. You look at the clock. There's a clock in here somewhere, right? There it is. And hit E. And we're anchoring, what did I say? How many hours? I forgot already. I'm going to cancel. Back to the outside camera view. Yeah, so 18 hours. So E, and you can dial in how many hours you want, like 18. Is everybody, let's make sure everybody, yeah, there, I put them to rest, didn't I? I gotta check. Because if they aren't rested in the morning, it'll be a real pain. So, crew is in bed, basically. Okay, back to the clock. Sorry, double checking everything, but... And voila. Ooh, look at how cloudy. Right, so again, I wanted to show you the day and the fog and all that stuff. So here we are. It is now 4 p.m. the next day. We need the crew on deck. I've been letting her do the pot hauling because they have characteristics. Her pot hauling is down here at a 6, whereas her pot hauling I think is better at an 8. So I'm letting her get experience as a pot hauler, and she is a crab sorter, and they both can sort crabs. So once she's hauled the pot, I drag her over, and they both sort the pot because we got lots of pots to sort. I think we are ready. See them up on deck? Good to go. Work lights, sir. We really don't need any lights, right? I don't need the work lights. I don't think I need the search light, but we always leave on the running lights. So I've started the engine. Let's use that bow thruster. Let's do a little C. See how my nose comes around without doing anything, and then fast forward. Did I do it too fast? Oh my god, I'm losing control. Third ahead, and I'm gonna miss it. So back. Oh, the bow thruster's still going. My bad. I think that's better, and I'm backing up. Gotta come around this way. Getting used to this engine and this horsepower and this boat. I've never done this before. I'm trying to go forward. Am I still? I'm actually going backwards. Okay, she should grab it as it goes by. So that's all I have to do. I would think, will it actually kill the watch the propeller down here? So when she grabs, this is a pot, a string of pots. My first time. It didn't kill it, so I'm gonna kill it. So I've killed the propeller. And how does? Oh, they bring it up one pot at a time. It's interesting. We'll see what we got. Do we want to see how many lobsters there's down there today? Oh my god. Okay, so she's pulling and she's sorting. She's gonna wait for her. Okay, she's waiting for her, so I can have her help her sort. And this can be over here. Out of my way, out of my workers' ways, and see they're both sorting, and it'll report to us how much lobster we got from each pot. We do, huh? See if we can do this any faster, but I think this is how you do it. Hopefully we get a lot. Okay, they're done. Then she's gonna go bring it on board. It didn't report what we got. Maybe you have to do the whole thing. So it gave her, she started sorting it while she's pulling it. God, look at all the lobsters under us. This should be good. I hope it's good. I'm so excited. Okay, then since she's gonna stand there, she might as well help her. Try to get it done twice as fast for you viewers. And again, we're just chilling, getting rich. Or I think we're gonna get pretty wealthy. I may just do these. We're just going to pick up these pots and go in and sell them. And I'll call it a stream. But thanks for joining me if you've made it this far. If you're interested in the game, hopefully this was useful for you. Look at all those things. So she's going to go back to hauling. I guess I could get a third employee. It's over here. I can have 4. So if I had 3, I wouldn't have to move them back, but it's more efficient to me to keep them busy, and they're really a pain when they're under 100. You know, they miss lots of stuff, so it takes effort to train them up like this. You know, so since I've been doing a lot of lobster fishing in lobster season, they're pretty good. Do you want to see their hauling, like pot hauling down here? She's at an 8. And sorting, like where's pot sorting? crab sorting is at 10. So 8 and 10 versus her at pot hauling 6. So that's why I have her hauling pots and crab sorting 7. And that's why, she's hauling crab. So she's leveling up both of those skills. Why is she going back here? Oh, she's setting a pot. My bad. Over here. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a shame they do exactly what you tell them to do. And really, 3 pots over here. This is interesting. So they aren't going to report. There's nothing stored until we pull the whole string. So that's another reason just to do 5 at a time. I don't know. I guess the more you do this, the bigger the boats. So if I was going to do 150, I'd do them 15 at a time. Seems reasonable. We'll see. Like, do we catch every lobster on the bottom? They're still down there, so we haven't caught them all. Kind of noticed that as I fish an area, they disappear. You're removing them. But I think this is great content for you guys to just see how we're sitting on top of, what we're sitting on top of. This may be from yesterday since the boat hasn't moved. We'll see here shortly. So we're going to turn and go pick up this string. Okay, she did that. Now sort it out. And since they're sorting in all the pots, I'm going to bring up the throttle, bring my nose around, and I can head to the next pickup. And I think I'm liking this. This is about as much fun as I've had. On the other boats. There are other lobster boats. I haven't done a lot of this string fishing stuff. I never took out, I think it's called something knot. The lobster, I just checked it. It does 120 pots. Okay, 4,000 pounds of fish in 5 pots. That's actually pretty good. 1,000 pounds a pot 5,000 would be what I consider a full pot. So that's pretty good. We're doing good. Right on track. Nice. You hear the birds? Ignore them. I'll look around. I call it bird sign, but yeah, in the fog you can't even see the bird sign. Nice to get a shot. So she goes back over to pot hauling. I can actually close this. Now you see what we're driving over, and we're looking for that. There's the birds. So it's, they're offshore a little more. Like, see, they're over here. So that's out in this deeper water. But I don't trust them at all. So no. So there's my next pickup. Kind of going out. I'm going to the right, the starboard side of this buoy. Probably should have gone the other way. Too late. She's ready to haul. And I'm going to try to whip it around. Wonder if I just use the thruster. I just crank the bow thruster. And I'll throw in the rudder now. And we're seeing how fast we can line up on these buoys over here. That turns pretty good, huh? That's on these bigger ships, it's nice to have the bow thruster. And the thing about the bow thruster is you got to undo it. So I think that's it. Snapped, I think, to its normal position. And I'm slowing down, coming in on the buoy. Slowing it down. And actually we can let it coast in. I can hit X and turn off the throttle. Kind of leaning into the buoy and then swing the tail. I kind of learned. Try to get it in that circle. Come on, baby. Oh, why won't you pull it? Oh, come on. Little forward. Come on. There you go. Perfect content. Showing you the game. There's the birds. Pointing right at them. So, kill the engine here. The propeller, anyway. I'm leaving the engine going, and she's pulling, and she's pulling. Need to get him up there, I guess. Yeah, so we're getting rich. Right? What did I carry before was 22,000. Would get me 250. Are we going to get more? It's hard to tell what we're going to average. Before I was telling you, it's just a complete crapshoot. I'm not even going to try to guess. But filling pots is good, right? And what do I show you? There you go. They're done. I just gonna show you around that there's just really nothing to see. And so that's why, again, we gotta kind of enjoy spending time at sea doing this. So that's, I'm not really worried about, you know, getting rich and buying more boats and stuff. I just want to enjoy this. So she's pulling, she's sorting. Everything's good. Everything's perfect. This is great. Oh, look at the redfish under me. Oh my God. I should mark it, right? Map. So you see how you can figure out where the fish is, and we could come back and we would need to long line. Let's see, it's off the back of the boat here. To get the redfish. So that's what long lining is you can put different baits, like 5 different baits on the long lines to catch different species. So it gives you some selection. You can decide if you want to bait for redfish or bait for pollock. And like netting, you can't pick and be selective. You just take whatever's there. So she should join her sorting. Like, is that the shot? Like, basically you want to see them and I can get in close and they're done. Well, that's not a good sign. Well, you will see. Trying to get into where you can see the bait pot. You know, if you haven't seen this, I've seen all this. Like, you can get in here. I don't know why they've got her like literally pulling the line up. Like, that's a winch, and when I do it, I could show you the winch. But I guess it's, you know, gameplay. Choices a developer has to make. I like their suits, their survival suits. Right, if you fall in the water here, you can die. We are lobster fishing big time. Yeah, so this is not your beginner lobster boat. Right, that's I decided I had to make the choice to make the leap to the next size boat that you really want to like catch 5 times more fish. And I didn't really want to, but I guess I'm getting motivated. I mean, if you do want to make content for this game, there are the trollers and stuff. Trawlers, if you want to like go that direction. I've never done them, but they might be fun and frustrating. But I think if starting any game, you'd like start with your small boats and work your way up, so you'd always end up, you need to get some crew and get them training sooner rather than later. Because even a trawler, they aren't going to have any skills. They're going to have levels, though. It is nice to have that stamina that you get from being a 110 level, you know, character. Like, here's your stamina, 10 out of 11. But new employees won't have that. They get tired on you. So she's picking, she's hauling. This is kind of nice to like haul pot. You just stand here and haul pots. I haven't done this before. And I do like to like try all the different game mechanics. And she's done. All right, that's it for this place. It looks like, I think. And I get up to about half throttle, get the nose around, and then we'll head off to the next spot while they're sorting. See how it's nice to have, it goes better with 2 sorters. And the more they sort, the better they get. It's 1,000. They're measuring each lobster. Like, I could go through and show you all how to do it yourself. But you get fined $1,000 for every undersized illegal lobster. So they're working on that now. Hopefully they're doing, you know, a good job. They get better the more they do it. Look at all the fish. It's like, damn. We got fish sign. So I'm just picking up a pot. It's like, damn. So I'm glad that I found the fish for the stream, that I didn't find the fish before. But I've come back to a place I've been, you know, in other play sessions, and here they are. Nice. I keep looking at the bottom like, so see how it looks like there may not be as many lobster down there? We may have hit them pretty hard. So I gotta pick one buoy, has to come on the side. I've been doing this starboard buoy, but I think I'm gonna do the port one because I have to go out and around to get onto this one, and this one I'll just do a right turn. Okay, lots of fish, but not as many lobsters, so slow it down. She's on the haul line. building her pot hauling skills. You know, leveling her up. Did you see she was a lower level? I'm going to get the pot first. Pull inside and then kill the engine. So I killed the propeller. God, look at all the fish. And what was my point? I was going to do something after I got the pot hauled, and then I forgot what it was. So they are hauling and sorting. That's good. But I was noticing that it doesn't look like there's as many lobster down there as there were. Okay, she needs to join. Okay, there are meals to, you know, for them to rest. If they're, see how they have pretty good stamina. Oh, I was going to show you their levels. She's 113 and she's 107. So that's kind of why I'm working her harder, trying to level her up. But they're at least at the point now where they aren't driving me mad. Like when they first started and I was doing long lining. And they missed like the entire string of fish. I caught like 15 fish and they lost 10 of them. And it's like, oh, ouch, that hurt. So there is some training you can do in the docks, in the harbors that may be worthwhile. But there's like $10,000 to level them up one level. But I may have lost that much, you know. Oh, stop. We're pulling pot still, and she should be helping her. But I got through that. Oh, thank God. And again, I'll try to get it in close. See the pots piling up. Bait's in the fridge. And more pots to haul. And you hear the birds. They're close. I was telling you, like, bird sign means nothing. Don't believe them. Well, I'm thinking I want a cup of coffee, but we are 2 hours in now. Like, what do you think? Should I end the stream now when I was thinking of ending it, or I'll go ahead and pull these pots for you? See how we do. Are we going to fill up on 50 pots? Like before, it would take a couple of nights out here to fill up the boat. I had to do like 3 drops of 20. So I'd expect, like, do I have to do 3 drops? It would be nice if I could get like 15 to 20,000. So we're well on our way to that. And if I can fill this boat, then I'm basically rich. Okay, she's done. And this, we only did the first upgrade to 50,000, and I think fully upgraded could do 90. I just didn't want to deal with that. I thought I needed to do some testing. See how this all works. These are some nice boats. Yeah, so if I was out here in real life, your life depends on this boat. If it goes down, you're screwed. If you didn't know that, like, sailing is pretty serious stuff. Super serious. Okay, she's done. She's sorting, and I'm on my way to the next one and watch the sonar as we pick up the 4th. So I got more pots to pick up. And they'll tell us how much we got this time. We got 4,000 last time off of 5. Hoping the trend continues. Guess I'll go for like 2.5 hours. That's still a pretty good stream. I'm trying, you know, I do the 4 and 5 hour ones, but takes a committed viewer. Look at all the lobster. Damn. Okay, 3,400, a little less, but still, you know, I'm not gonna bitch. What did I say? 1,000, so 5,000. I'm not gonna bitch about 2,500. Would be half full pots. I like to get if they're less than half full, I'm bummed. I have an emotional reaction. Okay, she's got to pick up the pot. I can speed it up. And you can pick up the string from one end or the other. I guess a spotlight might help me. I'll turn that on afterwards. Bring it down to like a 1/3. Here's my lights, like searchlight. guess I could turn the work lights on. I was dying to see him, and I'm less than thrilled. But we haven't really used them at night yet, so I don't know. You like them on? It bugs me when it's that bright there. So if I turn them off, I think I like that better for video making. See the birds over here, so that would put the birds like over here. I don't know. That's pretty much where I ran out of lobsters. Okay, she's got her pots up. So come and help her. So what time is it? Yeah, so it's 2:30 a.m. So I can do this time block if any viewers are out there. Say I play a lot of servers in Australia at this time of night. So it's kind of like ham radio, where I'm like, I could talk to Hawaii and I could talk to Alaska and the whole world. That's YouTube, I guess. Like, to me, Twitch is gamers. It's kind of why I'm here, is figure you guys like video games. This is something I can contribute. Beating yourself over the head with it. And yeah, this may be slow viewing for your average viewer, but I figure if you're into the game, this is it. We're doing it. So this is where your anchor lights are on, you know, trying to protect you. Make sure you don't get run over by a cargo ship. Propeller's running, I should stop that. And give me another pot. So this is the 5th, or the 5th is in front of me. This may be the 5th. And that means we're halfway. And we've got 11,000 pounds so far. That's $100,000 right there. So I guess with the lobster, this is easy mode. I guess they start you in. It's not too hard. Although I have been spending a lot of time trying to find the lobster. Like 7 days, I've been not successful. But the hard mode, they start you in a deep line one for tuna, like a spearfishing boat. It's a different boat. And she needs to haul. And it's kind of worth it. Like if I do more content with this, I might pick up the $1 million swordfish boat. Just because the style, and it pays for itself really quick. Gotta remember, the tuna pay better than the swordfish. Look like almost twice as much. So you can look forward to some of that. This is lobster fishing in this stream, and then I can do others on tuna, swordfish, long lining, and netting. It's probably how I do them, is I do one on deep lining for the swordfish and tuna, and then I can do just another one on the, combine the long lining and the netting. And that's what's nice about these boats, is they do it all. So that's the thing, the lobster boat, the vanilla lobster boat does 120 just lobster, and it can't do anything else, where this one does 150 lobster, plus I think it does like 80 deep lines and 80 long lines, which is ridiculous. And 150 lobster pots and like nets. I forget how many, like 80 nets. And nets wear out, but that's still dropping 80 nets. It's like, really? Trying to net this stuff. I think I can do it. Okay, she should be helping. Oh, she's done. We're done. And we are going to 5, so we aren't halfway done. These were pretty close to each other. I guess there were a lot of lobsters here. And how much did we get? So again, with 5 pots, 5,000 would be a lot of lobster. 4,000, that's just fine. That's like 80% full. Okay, she needs to get on the line to haul. Little propeller thrust, and we're done. Stop right there. I've stopped the propeller, but the engine's running. So we have 15,000. We are like a third full, and we've picked up about half the pots. So I'm not gonna fill it, but I'm gonna get a substantial amount of lobster. So this is good. This is a good stream. Doesn't always happen like this. I'm glad I caught it while I was on the air. This is awesome. So, I mean, the way we're going, if we're half done, we got like 20, we'll have like 40, and that'll be like $400,000. And how would I learn where to sell the lobster? I'm watching, I gotta watch them. And I think they're about done, so I'm gonna get her to haul another one. Okay, she'll do that while she's doing that. I think it's, can I call up the map now? And prices, I was gonna tell you, how do I know where to sell the lobster? So here are the fish prices, and I could turn everything off, but I basically just watch the lobster over here at $10. So $10 at Yarmouth, $10 at Digby. 8, that's like 9, so I don't want to sell there, I don't want to sell there, I don't want to sell there, and then I don't want to sell there. I think Digby at the 10.07 and the Yarmouth, so Digby's the highest price is this guy right here next to me. So I'm going to sell all these lobsters you harvest here right here for the highest price. Good times. And you can help her. And the time of day, is it sunset? Yeah, it's 7:30 at night. Sun's going down. Just so you got situational awareness. You know what's happening. We're going to be out here at night on the ocean in our boat that's going to keep us safe. Kind of why I like yellow. I wanted to highly contrast the blue ocean for visibility, like in real life. If I had a boat out here in their orange suits, you know, safety first and all. Is she done? Okay, I'm looking at those work lights. This one doesn't look like it shines down here, but like these are, I don't know. I thought it would shine out, and it looks like it's the hot spot down here. And then I don't even see these out in the ocean. I'll turn them on, I guess. That's what I'm saying. We'll do a little bit at the end of the video like this. Light her up. Oh, that's nice. They have some floodlights right here. That's why this is lit up. So this really is shining way out there, like for your netting. And those help. We'll see if they help with the buoys. And she can help her there. And do we have the last one up? No, we do not. So I think I like this boat. I was worried about it. It may be slow. We'll see. We're getting full. We'll see how fast it goes. She needs to get the pot. But yeah, I like the 5-string thing. We're getting full pots, right? It's nice to have 5 pots that are 80% full in a row. Gee, I used to wonder what was that like. Did she get the last pot? I think it is, right? There's no thing that, so I'm going to take off. Right, she was supposed to come over here and help. But I'm going to get half throttle, and we're heading towards 6 right here. So it's out here, we've got these lights on, and maybe they'll help us find that orange buoy. Let's kind of see how orange contrasts with the blue again. So it's, they complement each other. So yellow and blue, or yellow and black, like a bee, are highly visible. Okay, last pot, and she can help. Sorry, I screwed that up. And then we'll know what did we get for that set. Now we're halfway done. And God, to be halfway done, it looks like we're going to have around 20,000. The boat will be 80% full. That's good. It's a good run. I could go faster. They're still sorting. I don't see it yet. There, I see it. Yeah, I think maybe those do help. You can see them way out there. So I'm going to bring down like 2/3. The longer they sort, the better it is. 3,400. Okay, that's about like the other one. So not bad. I'm not going to complain. Like 70% full. Okay, she needs to pick up. Is she getting tired? She's working hard. So yeah, that's a lot of pots, huh? That's what we're worried about too, is do I have enough employees? And that's why you can have 4 here, you could have 2 sleeping. Kill the prop. It's going a little fast there. You can have a couple sleeping, and if these get tired, then bring out, you know, if we're doing 150. Oh, dude, I'm on the wrong way. Oh, this is so horrible. Can I do it? Could use the bow thruster, but no. Did it? It did it. I mean, the penalty is it won't pick it up if it's not right, and I guess I just got it right. You got to have both buoys on the starboard side. And I guess it was just past the nose there. I don't see any porpoises or sharks. Okay, she's done. Yeah, we're at 19,000, almost 20. I'm not going to complain for just one set of drops. Oh, dude, it's not done. My bad. I'm dragging the pots, if you see. I wondered about that. Like, can you damage the line? Can we lose the lobsters? So I killed the engine. All right. How much damage did we do? Hopefully none. Yeah, these are good lobster times. And yeah, it's pretty much the game. You gotta like the boating. That's first with me. It's like I've got to enjoy spending a lot of time in this boat. And then if you catch fish, that's bonus. And it's like, okay, then this is really nice to catch some fish. Like what's down here. Hey, give me some more. See, I'm looking at the lobster thinking, you think I could do another round? You know, we might decimate all the lobsters here with a boat like this. Which is good. We'll just have to go somewhere else. Or maybe they'll move around, you know, who knows. So you guys can help me get better. Okay, is that... Nope, that's not the last one. We have lobster flowing out our ears. That's what I was thinking. Do I really want to catch 50,000 pounds of lobster? I mean, I guess if we're going to buy the trawlers, and the snow crab, we need a nice snow crab boat, I guess. I've never really done the snow crab thing. Because it's in like December, and I've never made it that far into the year. And I think I'm going to go ahead and try to get there this game session. Because I'm very curious what the weather is going to be like in the winter. Is it going to go like realistic winter North Atlantic weather? Is it going to get ridiculous out here? That would be cool. Okay, that is the last pot. Now I'm going to take off. About half throttle as I'm getting aligned. So the bow thruster has come in before when I'm like doing the nets and lining up on these buoys to just help get the nose on the right side. Or, I mean, the correct side. Not the right or left side. It does both. But see the birds right on top of us. And I've had that happen, and just no fish or lobster at all. I don't get it. It can really change. Like, you can drop a pot and hit on top of the lobsters and drop another pot really close and get nothing. I've just been really frustrated. Are they both working on it? They can both work on it, I think. And I'm throttling up. But yeah, I think it's important. You got to enjoy the engine sound and the boat you're working on to spend this much time on it. So she's back picking up pots. And 3,000, so that's the least we've gotten. That's fine, right? Again, I'm really happy we did as well. You know, I guess it makes sense that I told you the pots kind of interact with each other and interfere, so kind of makes sense that the first pots sucked up a lot, and these might be a little less because they were too close. Like, I guess the more you do it, the better you get. So that's what makes a good captain, is experience. They know where to find the fish, and I don't. So I want to be a good captain. So you literally have to play enough to like search the entire map. And then it changes, right? They move. 2:30 in the morning here, just wondering if anybody's out there. Does it make sense for me to make content at this time of night? Because this is when I've got good internet. Kind of zooming over here, cut the throttle back. I'm going to swing port side here. See how the boat drifts around the corner a little bit. Is it going to turn fast enough? If not, I hit Z, and that's the bow thruster. This is where it comes in to help you get that nose around, and C to end the bow thruster, and then line up to get the buoy. And it swings away from it that way, so as I get close, now I'm swinging the tail into the buoy. Do you see that? That's a good example of it, to snag it and kill the prop. Boat handling. Yeah, so you like turn the boat to the buoy because you think you want to get closer to it, and as you do that, the rudder and the propeller swing you away from the buoy. So you got to kind of practice that and learn to like turn into it at the last minute. Anyway, you'll get it. It's a thing. How close can you get in there? Can you actually see the lobsters? I think you can. Like when you're really there, you're really handling the lobsters. I can see them in there. And she's got them in her hand, and they were in the cage. I could go out. Let's do an over-the-shoulder shot next time. Like, she needs to get the pot. And that's not the last. Then I'm going to get out of my seat. This door should be open behind me. And I just wanted to show you. See the lobsters in the pot? And then if I wanted her, do I really have to go to the map? Yeah, there's no way to get the crew up here. I guess without doing this crew to get her over here helping. And then I'll go back, and I'm back inside. So that's the thing, it pops you back inside. If you want to get into this captain's seat real quick. And if you haven't seen all this, I can run this. I can do the pots. See the pot's empty. She's got lobsters in her hands. And there's lobsters in the grate. They're sizing them all. Okay, everybody happy? She needs to grab another pot. And you saw the baits in the thing. The pots are all empty over. Most of the time, you can put pots away that are baited and put them back out later. Okay, nice. And see how I wanted to go up the ladder and across the top and beat out here on the front, but they won't let me do that. That'd be awesome. I like to go and play with all the radar and stuff up on top. I don't know what that thing is. Grab the pot. So employees make it a lot easier for me. I like to pull it and sort it. You know, if you guys want more videos, I can do that first person for you, but I prefer they do it. And it's just sunset. Where's west? Like that's east. So the sun's setting like there. That's nice, huh? Even close this. Should learn how to like get rid of the HUD. Just checking. I'm gonna check the controls here to get rid of the HUD. Because I wanted to do a screenshot and I'll post it. Switch to first person. HUD. H. Of course. Okay, H. Okay, doing a screenshot. Then H again. And keep them going, and I'll go post it over on Discord to promote this. I'll go ahead and when it's done, I'll put it up on my Discord to show everybody what I've done this evening. So, let me go do that now while I want them working while I'm gone. So that's the last pot. I guess I'd better go get the next one. Okay, we've got them all. I'm hitting the throttle. Going for 8. We got 3 more strings to pick up. Like there's something way out here. That looks like a boat. Yeah. I was gonna say if I could see a buoy from that far. But I am looking at these work lights and seeing if they help. I know the spotlight helps. So they're all done. She's getting tired, huh? It's a lot of pots to haul. But they're going to level up. This is going to be great experience for them. You know, do a few of these, and I've got some good employees. And then we'll move on to other things. And they'll have to train for like the long lines and the deep lines. But I think they'll do better because they have more experience and stamina than just fresh ones. I didn't get the best employees. But I don't want the worst either. So I kind of got middle ones. They're like, but the better they are, the more of the share they get of the catch. So I shouldn't worry about that because you saw how little they get paid. But yeah, they're probably going to be pretty good at sorting crab. So I really don't see those lights lighting them up. It's the spotlight is what's hitting them just like normal. Oh well, they're good for show. Okay, she's got it. Kill the throttle, and while she's pulling that up, I'm gonna alt-tab out and post that screenshot. There you go. I think it looks great. But that's me. And you can help her, right? We can see all the pots that are left are in sight. We're at 25,000. So it's half full. Which is good, right? One drop and I'm more than half full. So these next 3 are just gravy on top. And you can see all the fish. Like if we want to come out here and do some long lining and go for those redfish and pollock. Is there cod in there yet? So yeah, the cod isn't even there yet. So that's when the seasons just kind of are when the fish are there. There's mackerel, so we could, but there's really no bait that mackerel like, so you have to net the mackerel. Oops, wrong spot. I might be getting tired, believe it or not. Yeah, I'm normally up this time of night, and since the internet's working, this might be a good time for my content creation. Other words, when to work. When am I going to do my work? Like when the internet's working. Okay, she's doing her thing. And I guess, yeah, that's what my channel is these aren't the latest, fanciest games. They're little odds and ends I hope you enjoy. That I have. What I do on my channel is games I have enjoyed in the past. And I was talking earlier about how I think you'll be able to tell if I'm enjoying myself during these streams or not. So I try to do the games I'm going to enjoy making content with. And I thought this one would work. I guess it did. I have to be positive, right? I have to work to be positive. Okay, are those the lights out on the water out there? I thought I just started to see something out there. Like, what's that on the water? Okay, she's got that. Is that? Nope, that is not the last one. So I like the DLC ships. I guess I'm maybe repeating myself from like earlier, but I think I like them. I'd get them again. Not disappointed in the ships. The boats, or these are ships, right? I forgot the difference between the two. That indeed is the last pot. So I'll give it like half throttle. It's proper night now, right? And it looks like we're lighting up the sea around us pretty good. I'm going to close this even so you can see. Maybe zoom out. We can see how the lights are working. I think I like it. Like literally, is that light over here and this light over here? That works for me. And I think this is these two lights in the back, and this one I think is actually lighting up off the stern here. So again, pretty nice work, guys. 8's gone. I'm going for 9. So we'll hit the throttle. She has to be ready to haul. We could switch them. If she's getting tired, I could put her there. Let her haul a bit. Just for the end here. Just to show you guys, you can swap them around. Is she doing? There was a pot left? There was a pot left. My bad. We'll get over there and help her. Again, we're looking at the ground. Look at all the fish and all the lobsters left. So I'll probably stay here for a while. Like, I won't be on the air streaming with Twitch, but I'll go ahead and do another couple of days here, do some long lining for the redfish. And it's the lobster season's going to end, right? I've got, it's the 12th, so we've got like 18 more days of lobster season. I was telling myself I should try to get as much lobster as I can if I really want to make the money now. Because if I'm doing the other stuff, I'm kind of losing money, time and money. You know, time is money kind of thing. Bring the throttle back. Yeah, so out here, like, the smaller the boat, so you put down 20 pots and you have to, like, wait 18 hours. And then put down 20, you know, pick them up, put them down again. Am I going too fast? I need the bow thruster. Oops, wrong thing. Too late. Stop. I wonder, let's do the bow thruster. Just swing the nose starboard. You see down here, that's how I've got it starboard. Maybe back up a little bit. Okay, stop the propeller. Maybe forward now and bring the thruster centered. And see, now I'm on the wrong side of it. Where'd it go? Oh, she's got it. Where'd it go? Okay, propeller stop. And she's going to it. Yeah, so I'm pretty pleased. You got to see the day, the boat in the day, and now a little bit of night action, the stars. You know, I was talking about spending a lot of time out here. Be comfortable. You know, don't be uncomfortable away from the ports. I'm gonna sneeze. I gotta be careful. Get in tight. There. I should put my plan would be, if I do more of this stuff, is a push to mute. A kill switch, a mic kill switch. But I don't have that yet, so I'm covering the mic is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be professional. Let's get that crew in there. I wish I could make this smaller. Like, you can't drag and drop. You can position it. You know, there kind of blocks them. So I kind of like it over here. Give me another pot. Yeah, good workout for him, huh? It's gonna be perfect. Looks like it's gonna turn out perfect. We're up to 2,700, 27,000. See, the boat's taking a little wear and tear, so you have to do maintenance on it. Okay, I'm officially getting tired. You are probably too. Okay. Any more? Looks like one more. Nope, she's pulling it up. Yeah, you can't even see the cable at night. I turned the audio down pretty good. I could even show you, I don't know, well, I'll have to listen off air or for the on-demand to listen to the audio later to see how the mix is working. But for my references, what I'll do maybe is let her get started doing that. I was going to show you the audio settings, or show myself the audio settings when I watch later. That, yeah, I've got it turned down to like 50%, and all the effects are at 75%. Interested. It sounds fine for me here, but I haven't listened off air for a while, so maybe I'll turn it. It's muted. Yeah, I don't know. I hear the the game from my speakers, so I don't really hear them off air. We'll see. That's why this is all testing. That's why I showed myself what they were, to remind myself. Next time. Right? I have to do, just so you know, if you didn't know, I have to do the audio for every game. It comes up different. And notice there's not much light where she's working. Kind of a nice night. So what I try to do is I try to make sure I'm enjoying the game. Do I enjoy actually doing this? And I do. I enjoyed the day, enjoy the night, and then it's nice when you're catching fish. Probably very similar to real life. I wanted to see the sonar. Last pot? Yes, no? Yes. And we have one string left. Then we're going to go to the port and sell, and I think that's going to be the end of the stream. Okay, they're both sorting, so you don't have to watch that. At night, it's dark. Now you can see the lights. I think I'll show and point them out to you. I think that's a top one, and that's a top one, and that's the searchlight out front. So it's almost perfect, right? I'm pretty pleased. What was that? We caught 3,700. So again, I'm not going to bitch. We're up to 31,000. That's 310 plus this pot. So what? Maybe 350. I was close. But that'll do. The other ship could do 200. So we're going to get more on our first haul than the other ship did in like 3 nights of painful lobster catching, trying to fill the boat. Okay, flashy lights over here. Bring the throttle out. Throttle's A, W, and S, just so you know. Left and right is A and D. Gotta have both buoys on the starboard side of the ship in order for her to pick it up. Oh, and she's not there. Stop the propeller, even reverse. That's reverse. Then get her on the line. And I should just be able to back up. A little more power. No, a little more backup. There we go. Stop. And that's it. That's the last line. Now, see the bonus I got of where all the redfish are? You know, now they're all over, so we could come out and do a lot of stuff. That's that fast travel point I was telling you about that I'll try to get that later so I can fast travel up here. And I believe these fish go kind of all the way out to there. Like if you were to go to here and come in, you'd see how far out they went. Okay, she's got the pot up. That's the spotlight right there, I think. You can adjust it up and down, and so it's nice to have it going straight out so it doesn't hit the water, and then when the bow dips down, it hits the water. Kind of like straight ahead works best for me for finding the buoys. Okay, they're done. We got more pots. God, you can't even see how it's just black is how you can tell the horizon, and then the stars start. So, commercial fishing simulator is what we got here, I think. And I'm pretty happy with it, right? I'm like just chilling, thinking this is actually pretty good. Look at all that. Like I say, I feel much better when I'm catching fish. Lobsters. All right, 5 times more profitable than redfish when your hole's full. So a full hole is 5 times more valuable. And so what? The lobster's 10. The tuna was like $20 a pound. So where I'm getting 300,000. If we had 30,000 pounds of tuna, it'd be 600,000, right? We'll bring back $1 million a load with this boat. That's what I learned how to do. And I think I like the swordfish catching better than the tuna, because they're huge, and it takes 2 of them to bring them on deck. We'll see how they do it here. But tuna's, it's coming up soon at the end of this month, in game. I could get there pretty quick. Remember, we can time travel ahead a week or 2. So I could, if I wanted to do snow crab, just time travel to the fall. That's like 6 months ahead. But you'd have to have the snow crab trawler before you did that, and they're millions of dollars. Yeah, you can't get the prices of the boats unless you're in the docks. So I'd have to find out which one I wanted to get. Right, a snow crab trawl. I think there's several to choose from. Do you know the Andrea Gale? That story, what was the perfect storm? Is for sale in game. It has 60 deep lines, and it's over on this last port over here. Like this. You can get the Andrea Gale over in Lunenburg. I might do that for content, right? Are you guys done yet? You got more pots? Yes, you do. And that is the last pot. What do you think the total is going to be? This is where we ask the viewers, guess the total. I'm going to say 35,000. And I can fire up the engine, full throttle while they're sorting the pots. And we're heading in to the port. And I could fast travel. And maybe I will, because at night, like, what are you going to see? Like, if there were any viewers and you were watching, let's see, I'm pulling all the way out. 22, that was the worst haul of the night, which gave us 33.6. So I was over a lot. So, hey, there you go. We are probably, 3/4 full? Good enough. So here we are. I'm going to point it in the general direction of the port here. I told you I know there's rocks in the water up here, the red and the green, and so we want to go past. We can pretty much head toward that green light, and we're just going to pass it on the starboard side. And we're at full throttle, and we can do 12 knots of full throttle. I worry about that. Being full, I expected to go slower. So there's not a whole lot to see out here, right? The boat is kind of pretty. And the stars will give you a little bit of that. The bow wave. There's the windmills at night. Land is over there, so we don't want to hit the land. And if I didn't fast travel, we would just go straight to those green lights, which I'll pull out the map and show you. We would go... God, I can't even get in up here. Gotta zoom in. So that green light is like right about here, so our boat would go right through here. That's the green, and like red lights out there, I think, for these rocks. So I would come in through here and pull into the port and then pull in to the dock. But I think I'm just going to fast travel here to show you, I don't have to take you in the dark the whole way. So they're when I was telling you about the green and the red lights, that's how bright they are. That really helps. I may go ahead and fast travel. Right, one last look for you guys. Anybody watching, I don't see any viewers. So maybe one pan around with the starry night. The girls can go, what do they need to do? Anything? The bait, I like to have the bait full, so she can try and do that. They could repair the boat. I'm not going to worry about that. We don't have to gut and clean, so she can rest. We have cooked we have 4 food things, so if I gave her stuff now, she would be rested. But when we go to port, once we go into the harbor, they get fully rested as soon as you come out. So we checked that we did indeed, get it. I like to have this full so that when we buy bait, we've got as much on the boat as we can. So she can go into the rest. And where they're going is like up here. Actually, I should go inside. Turn to my left and see her coming in. She should come through that door. Take a turn, and that's their private area. So most boats that have crews do something like that. So we can turn out the lights. There's the work lights. We'll kill this spotlight and just leave the running lights at night. And like I say, one turn around, see if you guys like this. Because, right, that's what this game pretty much is about. It's about the boats out on the ocean, day and night. Like learning that commercial fishing is very hard. All right. So at this point, we're going to fast travel. Like, right, I'd hit for those flashing lights. Like that's, that's how far it would be. And you click on this. And you say, would you like to fast travel? And it tells you you're going to go 2 nautical miles. It'll take 38 minutes. Yes, please. And voila. I don't even know what time of night it is. We're in the harbor. That's fast travel. That's pretty at night, huh? We're in high definition. Look at all that. I haven't really looked at it like this in a long time. So that's not too much, but I was really impressed with like the boats right here. Okay. How much did we make? That's what you want to know, right? We ended up with 33.5, so I'm going to guess we're going to get 336,000, roughly. So hit E, and it's going to say, you have fish on board. Yes, I do. Would you like to sell them? Yeah. So see, my guess was like 329. There it is. We're getting $10, which was the best price on the map, right? Average, it's saying right there is like 9. So it's a good price. It changes colors, I think, with the prices. 100% fresh. Get them here in time, right? Quantity, weight. So I was 3.6, and we got a little less than that. I was saying 336, we got 328. And why? Because the girls missed 6 lobsters, and that's where we lost 6,000. And then they got paid. They each got $5,000 for that trip. That's their. I told you I bought them kind of. There was like 1% pay that really sucked, but when you train them, they cost less. Or you can get like a 2% that is already fairly well trained, but wants more. And once you pick them, they're there their entire life. They stay at that rate. So for 3%, normally there's a port bonus, but I don't have a reputation here at this port. We'll start building one up here now, and I'll get, normally the bonus pays for the employees, and then they got penalized because, well, of all those lobsters, they missed 6, so no big deal, right? So sell it. And I already had 250, right? So cha-ching, I have $500,000. That'll help, right? Why don't I go ahead and do that? We'll go to the maintenance and fuel, right? That whole thing I use like 130 gallons. It looks like they're charging me like $6 a gallon or $4.70 here per gallon. So it's like $600 for fuel. Not bad because I've got $500,000. So do that. Always keep the hull in shape. I can make the workers do it, but for $100, I'll do that. And that's done. Then upgrades. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and blow the storage all the way to the max. For 120,000, right? I'm gonna spend a lot of my money, but now the boat, instead of 30, what was it? 39 something, 40? Well, let's just see. Add that. And I think that's all I have to upgrade because we already have the engine, right? Just showing I already own it. I got the radar the best. I got the autopilot quota. The sonar is not the best. Should I just do it because it's only 15,000? Just give it to me. The deepest one to get it done, because later we're going to do the deep fishing and stuff. So I've got the best sonar now, the best buoys, the best gutting is installed. The searchlight is not the best, but I don't like the best. I actually am very happy with this one. Thrusters we got, and stacking, I'm still going to stack. Did we even stack? I didn't even see a stacking. Space for crew member to stack fish. Which is required before we didn't do fish. That's why we didn't stack, I guess. Or you can have 2 crew members stack. I guess I should just buy it while I'm here, and boom, right? It's 125 for the storage, and then 30,000 for those. And there, I've invested in my gameplay, so basically the boat's completely maxed out now with upgrades. I wanted to show you the shipyard up here. It's different. What's available up here? The Scarlet is a snow crab boat, so look at that. That would be nice. It's only $5 million. It holds 50 snow crab pots and holds, 300,000 pounds of snow crab, which was very valuable, I think. So that would pay for itself. Viking, this is the largest scallop ship. That's a nice one, huh? 9 million. And it holds 440,000 pounds of scallops. 800 horsepower engine. Does 60 knots. Just awesome, right? That's nice. That would do some gun. And then the Hermes. Which one is? It is a bottom trawler. I don't think I want to do bottom trolling for my first. See, it's $20 million for a trawler. Does it say trawler? want to see where they're trawling, bottom trawling. You know, it can come back with 900,000 pounds of fish, has a crew of 8, you know, 5,000 horsepower engine, and does 12 knots. So I think I want to try to do some of this stuff. That looks pretty freaking awesome, huh? All right, so that's this port. Anything else here? That's the ships, and then I could change the rigging up here and the color of the boat and all that stuff. So I think that's it. Any questions from chat? Nobody out there? Well, if you've watched this, I thank you. Like, comment, and subscribe, right? If you want to see more of this stuff. Checking my OBS studio. Everything looks good. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.